Alright, ladies and gentlemen, every single one out there in the crowd and of course everyone over there on the YouTube side, welcome back to another day here in the arena. Today we returned with a banger because yes guys, you see it in the title already, it is time for 2 versus 2 Tag Team Edition. The dynamic duo is back on the mic and today we are gonna bring some blockbuster sets to the community. Vape Coach is gonna be on the mic for this. Vape, are you as excited as I am?
Dude, I'm stoked for it, man. You got a lot of good names in here, man. It's going to be a banger 2v2, man. W community, W rips. Let's get it going.
It is going to be phenomenal. The lineup looks spectacular. Not gonna lie, Vape, I have no idea who's gonna take this because we have some Titan teams signed up for this 2v2 here. But you know what, guys? Let me prove it to y'all. Here it is, the lineup of the day. We have RINZLER, KITANAKAHN, 62% DISARTED, KANIMANI and FAYSAL. The entire Discord already complained about this team right here. They want that money tonight, Vape. Is someone gonna be able to stop Team Kani and FAYSAL? I have no idea.
That's tough, man. You got 2 final combat combatants going at it, man. This is going to be the team to beat, man. But you've got some sweaty teams on the other side as well we're talking about.
Yeah, HOURGLASSOFRAIN featuring SOSED. This is a very, very exciting team in my opinion. We have NA mixed with EU right there. Hourglass, known as one of the best Melina players we have in the scene, mixed with that phenomenal Shao, aka Gearus on SOSED's end. I think these two can definitely make it to the finale, just like MOUAZ, FIREAXE, PIRIX and KROMER. But then, the sleeper pick, chat. MKJAVIER and ROETHOR signed up together and they wanna conquer this entire top 8 bracket tonight. It is gonna be a 2 versus 2 team format, and while our first players can already go on AFK, let me explain it how it works, guys. Every single player has 2 lives in total until grand finals. Then it's 3 lives for every player, and yes, it is basically a single elimination top 8 tournament, and we are good to go on our end. KITANAKAHN DISARTED, whoever goes first on AFK, it's time to sweat everyone.
Oh, let's do it, man. Let's do it, man. DISARTED and KITANAKAHN on a team. That is disgusting to say the least. And Rips, this may be one of the more stacked 2v2s I've seen in a long time.
It is gonna be a good evening for us, Vape. Commentating this entire thing here, I think we might see some very, very interesting matches. I see Madam Bo in match number 1. That means I'm a happy man, chat. You know it. I'm a big baddie Bo fan. But DISARTED, of course, bringing that Havoc piece.
Oh, DISARTED, one of the best Havocs you will see out there. KITANAKAHN, though, has been loving this FIREAXE, man. This is going to be game number 1, man. We got to see how it's going to go. By the way, shout out to the entire chat community. And Rips, thank you again for having me, man. And DISARTED immediately starting off with a big grab, goes into the MOUAZ mine.
DISARTED is saying, where's my money, baby? Of course, that Havoc, a force to be reckoned with, but so is KITANAKAHN, Vape. And I think we're going to see some very, very high-level gameplay here tonight. Looking at the overall bracket, this shit is stacked.
Dude, you know, this is just a taste of what's to come, Rips, man. As you were saying earlier, the thing is, though, man, these are 2 players right here who love to scam each other, man, and we are seeing it in real time.
I see the YouTube comments already complaining about FIREAXE, maybe even complaining about both characters here. But at the end of the day, guys, it is a competitive event. And of course, the players, they compete for a prize pool tonight. So they want to have the best possible shot at winning. And you do that with picking a strong character, I would say.
Fight.
Yeah, you got to pick who you think is going to win right now. And that, if that's going to be Madam Bo, if that's going to be FIREAXE. However, Havoc's still a very prevalent character. We did see this character in the offline grand finals, Rips. And you know what? I don't think he's going anywhere as far as tier lists are concerned. All right, DISARTED right now trying to get in with those blood bubbles, though. But KITANAKAHN just waiting for their turn, Rips. All they need to do is connect once, and you're in a world of trouble.
Yeah, both of these characters can literally steamroll. Of course, we have FIREAXE with that insane mix after mix. But even Havoc is very, very strong once he gets a little bit of momentum up close.
Oh, something we're talking about. Havoc, he hits very, very hard. Hits like a truck. However, FIREAXE will need to get sustained damage. And KITANAKAHN right now starting to kind of march back, does have the lead, and this is where it starts, Rips. You gotta break away from that.
Oh, special good defense from KITANAKAHN, not overcommitting at all. Very, very calculated.
DISARTED right now just kind of testing the waters right now. KITANAKAHN with a big shimmy, though. And this right now, Rips, this could be the end if DISARTED does not guess right. This all relies on DISARTED's defense right here.
Just armoring through.
It holds up, though.
Mine on the ground. Beautiful duck from KITANAKAHN. And Vape, everything is tied up again.
Oh, most certainly is, man. KITANAKAHN able to bring that back. DISARTED, though. We're going to have one more round. Rips, every life matters here. Remember, you do have 2 each. All right, Madam Bo going to be drinking on the job. There goes KITANAKAHN.
That is ridiculous. KITANAKAHN powering up mid-combo. And guys, for everyone who's wondering, this is winner stays format. That means every player competes until they have 0 lives, basically.
That is most certainly going to be the case. DISARTED, though, having a bit of fun here. Dragging this man KITANAKAHN to the corner. Blood balls on the loose. And there is the other shimmy. Rips, this is going to be big trouble. And I don't know what are you supposed to do about this. Rip? This is where the real problems begin.
Yes, you are forced to guess over and over again. And if you guess wrong, babe, then you're in trouble. Just like DISARTED, KITANAKAHN dropped it. Never mind, we armor out. And that is going to be the first life loss for Team DISARTED and 60%, going down to 1.
Yeah, that's a big life, man. Remember, every single life here counts. Your team only gets a total of 4, 2 each. And right now, DISARTED going to be going down 1 Rips. He will need to come out with a different strategy. I don't necessarily think a character switch is going to be in order, though.
Let's see what the players are going to do. But, of course, a big shout out to the community. I see close to 200 people in the chat already. Let's have a wonderful evening together. Today, I'm very confident that it's going to be, you know, a quite entertaining event. We haven't had a 2v2 tournament for quite some time. But, babe, I'm so happy to have you on the mic for this. In my opinion, the perfect commentator to bring the hype to the arena today. Chat, hope you enjoy the show. Let's get it.
Let's go. On to game number 2. We go DISARTED and KITANAKAHN. KITANAKAHN going to be enjoying that 1-game lead. Let's see how DISARTED stacks up in game number 2. However, DISARTED, man, he cannot let KITANAKAHN get to that offense as consistently. It is all about this Movado Mine on the loop. Beautiful start from Diz. DISARTED right now is raining down punches in bunches. Rips. Okay, a little bit of whiffing in public. We do know that is illegal. That is a class 3 felony.
It really is, babe. Yeah.
Tries to go shimmy neutron. Big grab from Diz. The defense is holding up. I love it.
Looking for the slow head, but of course very hard to catch a player off guard with that.
DISARTED, he is having the perfect round right now, Rips. He's got to be able to finish, though. Look at that, the delayed buttons coming from Diz. DISARTED, he is having a vintage round right here. The jump again, he's guessing right every single time.
And by the way, guys, if someone is so generous to maybe gift 1 sub to the community and fix our freaking overlay at the bottom left corner, gets a special kiss in the meantime.
It's from me. Yeah, you don't want it, but at the same time, you kind of do want it, Rips. Either way, we are jumping all over the place, and DISARTED, he is continuing to go to town. This could go to a final match. There's only one way to find out, but you can't hold KITANAKAHN down for too long.
Got us covered. Hashtag thank you so much for fixing our overlay there at the bottom left corner. We appreciate you.
Go to stuff, man. Go to community. The bombs are on the loose. KITANAKAHN, we are ordering drinks on the job. Another hammer down. KITANAKAHN starting to pull away. And KITANAKAHN, man, Rips, what are you supposed to do against this, man?
I was about to ask you the same question, babe. What are you supposed to do? It is a never-ending vortex of mix, and you find yourself over and over in it.
We will see DISARTED, though. He gets caught again, but KITANAKAHN whiffing from way downtown.
Nice pickup
and
on the
what
fly.
a pickup. And Rips, the bomb squad is on the loose, man, and you are the only member of this population. You got to get out of here. You got to do something. DISARTED is pressing.
Batty Bo sliding those DMs real quick, and right now a lot of momentum here behind KITANAKAHN's back.
KITANAKAHN starting to kind of pull away here, but wait a minute. A gift from the heavens coming for DISARTED. And the big hammer down. Havoc does do a ton more damage, Rips, but we do have armor for a reason. The jump. And this is anybody's game. Next person to connect. This is it, Rips.
And this is so freaking close, babe. But of course, KITANAKAHN sitting on match point. This is it. We have the fatal blow on deck, baby.
But we do use Breaker, man. That's gonna be Diz's last chance, but he's not gonna get many
The bomb
more of
actually
those.
saved him, but the back-to-back uplock is gonna seal his fate, and that means DISARTED gets officially sent to the bench, ladies and gents, and now all eyes on 62%. The last member in this team now has to step up and defeat KITANAKAHN first and RINZLER right after, Vape. Do you think that's possible?
It's definitely possible, but is it likely? You got to start talking about the odds here. However, 62 Cent, man, it's I think another Havoc player, by the way. This could be interesting right now. We do know that 62 Cent has been grinding. However, to take out both RINZLER and KITANAKAHN, it's a tall task, Rips.
It really is. But, you know, never count out all these great players. But at the end of the day, of course, KITANAKAHN and RINZLER in one team. We're talking about a former arena champion, by the way, here on RINZLER's end. Very, very hard to beat, but let's see. 60% is in the lobby. That means the next match is already starting.
And I'll tell you guys, with these 2v2s, sometimes it's all about momentum. You get one player whose backup is against the wall, man, and they have to take out the next two opponents. I've seen it happen before, man. You get RINZLER, maybe he's having an off day, man. You will see. However, on to game number 1 between KITANAKAHN and 62 Cent. This is going to be a banger. And once again, a huge shout out to Smile Chimp for sponsoring the arena today, man. Coming through with that $100, blessing the community, man, blessing these players. However, now, Rips, you got to work for it.
That's perfect. Now we have to try and make these entertaining for the people out there at home. But man, the players are already delivering. Babe, now it's our time to shine.
It absolutely is, man. And you will see those red X's coming over DISARTED's name. Remember, that is your teammate getting eliminated. You do not want that red X hovering over your name. KITANAKAHN, though, continuing to go on a roll. Madam Bo on the loose.
Look at this, babe. Look how flexible she is.
Hey, man. That's all you. That's all you, man. However, though, KITANAKAHN still continuing to rain down hell, and that's going to be basically a chip-out victory there for KK.
KITANAKAHN right now literally a one-man army, babe. Beautiful spacing. Mavado man catching him off guard. That means 62 Cent able to catch a little bit of momentum, but never mind. Back in the driver's seat is KITANAKAHN. Oh man, it's close, babe.
Close indeed right now. Gets that shimmy neutron, does not confirm on it, does KK. Madam Bo back out on the loose, though. You gotta hit her, you gotta get her out the way. Grab 62 Cent, gonna take a very marginal lead here, but KITANAKAHN can bring this back in a drop of a dime, and we have armor for a reason. Madam Bo as well. This is tricky right now. This is a tricky position, right? It's gonna be KITANAKAHN.
Oh man, babe, this... Babe, we have to suffer here for most likely 2 more hours watching these intense fights. Babe, how are we gonna survive this?
Let's call Madam Bo, man. Let's get drunk with her, man. We'll figure it out. We'll do something.
Babe, we need some drinks real quick.
Absolutely do. KITANAKAHN, man, is putting on a clinic here. And this looks like it is going to be one-way traffic here. Unfortunately for 62 Cent, we'll have one more chance. Does get the mix.
The good old ghetto mix. When in doubt, mix it out, chat. And that's exactly what Havoc did right there. But is it going to be enough? Babe, it's close. But perfectly
That's it. That's going to be it. 62 Cent bringing it all the way back. Let's go. And Platinum Hunt, I have to agree with you. KITANAKAHN is looking spectacular today, saying we don't even need RINZLER. Who is RINZLER? We just need me. However, Madam Bo is going to be quite the thorn in your side, Rips. Bombs on the loose, goop on the loose. What do you even do against this mix?
60 Cent right now, definitely not enjoying this tournament.
This is not the way they drew it up, most certainly. However, trying to call out the Movado Mine just to get the pressure off of you, Rips. KITANAKAHN is trying to speed run this right here and now in these combos. They never end. Madam Bo is going crazy.
What the Is this even allowed?
I don't even know. And Boone will not respond to my emails, man. I don't know. Who knows? But that's going to be the game. KITANAKAHN on a 1-0 score against 62 Cent. And Rips needs just one more to take this.
That was such a disgusting setup there. The reset with Madam Bo. 62 Cent, I first thought he actually guessed right. But guess what, Vape? He guessed wrong.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's such an intense mix, man. Madame Bo coming at you, and then it is the FIREAXE again, man. It is going to be between a rock and a hard place. 62 Cent, man, is going to have to go on a 4-game win streak. However, much easier said than done, chat. As we know, this FIREAXE is not playing around, and RINZLER is still waiting in the wings.
Let's see if this is actually possible. A reversal 4-0 is needed. Vape already mentioned that. And never say never.
62 Cent would have to be perfect in order to make this happen. Is it possible? It most certainly is. But now we have to start talking about if it is likely. On to game number 4 we go. All right, starting off pretty ballsy. I love it from 62 Cent. Armor, though, going to be countered, but Madame Bo is still on the loose. You have to be looking out left and right and center field. 62 Cent having themselves a very good round. Got to be able to keep up the momentum. Got to get KITANAKAHN in that corner where Havoc can do some of his best damage. And look at this. A very solid round from 62 Cent. Keeps KITANAKAHN in the corner. Big flawless block, though.
That is huge. Right now, 60% honestly in a somewhat decent spot here. Huge life lead available. But at the end of the day, Vape, he needs so much more than this.
Yeah, poke special is always going to be a thing with Havoc. And 62 Cent able to close it out. Let's see if they can get their first game, though. However, Madame Bo and FIREAXE, the deadly duo, the dynamic duo, absolutely splatting you on the ground. Here comes 62, though. 62 trying to jump up in those DMs. KITANAKAHN getting the shimmy, but not confirming.
The poke special.
Tokens and specials.
Yeah, 60% right now. He doesn't give a shit anymore, Vape. And sometimes that's the exact mentality you need in MK1.
Yeah, exactly. When you stop caring, man, some crazy stuff will happen. I believe KITANAKAHN going for a flawless block there. However, that's going to be them going down, and 62 Cent getting their very first team win, and that is going to be one way to get ahead.
So, the first life loss for KITANAKAHN. And let's see if that's gonna be, you know, the momentum change 62 Cent needs to bring this back all the way.
It would take quite a force, man, but if he can get this FIREAXE off the screen, that is literally halfway to freedom there for 62 Cent. However, you gotta wonder what RINZLER might come out with, but first, you gotta focus on this boss character that's in front of you right now, Rips.
No character switch at all. I first thought we might see Sindel, but KITANAKAHN is so confident with FIREAXE at this point.
No, he's coming out all FIREAXE, man. He's saying, if I can't get this done, I still got RINZLER to pick up my tab.
Round 1, fight.
All right, game number 4. Let's see, do we get the next teammate coming out, or is this going to be KITANAKAHN rolling? So far, it is looking to beat the ladder, the bomb squad on the loose, the goop. And KITANAKAHN, man, they will keep you in this endless loop if you allow. Your defense needs to be pretty airtight. These flawless blocks, Rips, they are something worth talking about.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely nailing it.
The overall level of gameplay tonight is going to be straight up through the roof. We talked about the lineup today, guys. It is honestly, this is Sweat City in the arena today. FAYSAL, KANIMANI, HOURGLASSOFRAIN, SOSED, MKJAVIER, ROETHOR. Everyone is here tonight.
It's something worth talking about as well, by the way, the level, like you were saying, the level of competition. Some of the best players in the world and FIREAXE will be here in this event. However, though, the bomb squad on the loose, KITANAKAHN getting clipped by the mine. KITANAKAHN is on set point right now. Do we go to that next set, or does 62 Cent break free of this goop and get something started? However, right now, it is appearing to be the latter. This is, I'm sorry, the former. This is going to be KITANAKAHN. They are rolling and gets the bomb on the loose again. Rips, this is now or never for 62 Cent. They've got to get something started. Down ones all over the place. No shimmy.
Another full combo incoming, thanks to Baddie Bo in the back. And that means more setups.
And Rips, this could be close to being the end right now. If KITANAKAHN gets it right one more time, there is no breaker in sight for 62 Cent.
Get to mix.
And hold it, there it is, spin it. Absolutely, no, he drops it. What is gonna be the move from here, Rips? This is pivotal.
And this is so important actually for both players right now. But at the end of the day, so much pressure on 62 Cent currently.
This is trouble right now. Who is gonna go first? And he goes with the armor. That is gonna do it. Beautiful
That is
stuff.
gonna be KITANAKAHN taking it and actually winning this set all on his own. RINZLER not even needed tonight.
No RINZLER required on this 2v2. It is going to be, to your point, KITANAKAHN soloing this thing, dude, but a very, very good set.
But Vape, let
However,
me quote our Discord community real quick. Now it is time for the most unfair team in MK1. Because coming up next, guys, we have KANIMANI, who teamed up with FAYSAL versus IMPLEX and wears HANZO. Vape, give me your thoughts about this. Is this fair or should we DQ them?
Rips, why did you allow this? I have questions, all right? To start things off, KANIMANI and FAYSAL, who are both basically guaranteed for final combat. And Rips is like, guys, I have a great idea. What if we let them combine and be put on one team? Rips, I don't know how I feel about this, but at the same time, I kind of like it. This is going to be what? One of the most unfair teams you could ever put in a 2v2. Game number one, chat. By the way, I see a bunch of goats out here in this community as well as Amon. Great to see each and every one of you. Killphase, I see you. Let's do this and let's send it your way.
Vape, do me a favor and don't look at the chat prediction. 2 million channel points to 30k.
Rips, let me ask you this. If Team Implex and HANZO were to win, that seems like it would be the biggest upset in Rips Arena history, man. Maybe
it would be the biggest upset in our channel history.
But you know what? Upsets are made for a reason. FAYSAL coming out with the big slam down again with the Movado, and that is a disgusting way to end the round.
Round 2.
All right, here we go. Osboss, Blonde Bomber, everybody in the chat, man, put your hands together. FAYSAL, KANIMANI are on the screen. They are some real boss characters, and we got to see who's going to take them out, if it is going to even be possible, Rips. But right now, FAYSAL is rolling. All right, a little bit of a leg spike.
Is IMPLEX, but FAYSAL, he doesn't care about leg spikes. He's like, you know, I've been molded in Combat League. I've been forged in Combat League.
Oh, absolutely. For you guys who don't know, FAYSAL will accept basically any single match that is on Combat League. 200 ping, bring it on. Have a big slam down again. FAYSAL, though, it does not have the lead here. I did not see that. He actually is at a deficit.
What did you just say?
I don't even know. He just managed to bring it back with one combo. And the poke and the special, and FAYSAL gonna take that one quite comfortably, I'd say, Rips.
That is just so disgusting. FAYSAL on T1000. And of course, KANIMANI still waiting in the back for his turn. Oh boy, this is a rough team to beat.
This is going to be tough. And FAYSAL, by the way, coming out as a one-man wrecking crew, trying to say, you know what, there is no need for KANIMANI, similar to how KITANAKAHN was thinking last set. However, this is going to be, you have to take out the Sub-Zero team in IMPLEX and HANZO, man. I feel like one of these guys is going to get through. However, only one way to find out. FAYSAL coming out looking stoic, looking good, and does have that lead. Remember, you do have to take your opponent down twice in order to advance in this 2v2 to the next opponent.
That is right. And of course, in the meantime, guys, if you're feeling generous tonight and you want to support the arena on the back end, every single sub whatsoever helps tremendously, keeping these events going for and with the community. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. IMPLEX on Sub-Zero now. That means we're bringing the OG main, babe.
Yeah, that's Sub-Zero coming back out, and this is going to be IMPLEX's best shot at gold. However, FAYSAL saying, you might have to settle for silver here, because we're throwing you back down, and this is going to be... No, Movado, he already spent it. Up into the air we go, and Rips, this is just such pressure coming from FAYSAL. One of the best players in the world, basically guaranteed for that final combat spot. But you know what? IMPLEX still coming out with some aggression, saying, I don't care what you're qualified for, I'm winning this 2v2. However, it is not going their way. FAYSAL is rolling. And that down one to seal it. FAYSAL is on set point against IMPLEX.
Round 2. Fight.
And you gotta wonder, man. HANZO is watching this too. Does he see any chinks possibly in FAYSAL's armor?
Little unfortunate, and at the same time, a rare drop from FAYSAL.
Or it's whenever those rear their ugly head, you do gotta take advantage. The mines are out. FAYSAL not gonna get hit by it, and he is now gonna be punishing them. Coming all up in those DMs, going absolutely crazy, Rips.
Okay, Implex,
Right,
let him cook.
Implex
Goes
with the
for the
lead.
setup,
There
and
it is.
it works out. Faisal not able to guess right. Trapped in the corner, back against the wall, blocking everything, finding his turn, and that means mix time.
You gotta guess right. You have a 1 in 3 shot of guessing it. Faisal not gonna spin that fatal if he connects once more. That will be GG's, and there it is, Rips. And that should be enough.
Bro.
Rips, you allowed this, by the way. This is your fault.
Vape, mistakes have been made. On my end, Faysal and KANIMANI. Who is supposed to stop them? But wait a minute, MKJAVIER and ROETHOR. Wait, he's not
He's not
breathing!
dead. What? Now he is, though. Bullets, his natural weakness. That is gonna be one way to get ahead.
Brutality. T1000.
Rips, that was disgusting. That was a speed run coming from Faisal. W's for MPLEX for coming through to play. Now it is up to HANZO to pick up that tab.
Yes, now HANZO needs to go un-AFK, and he has to try and bring this back all the way now. Even though it looks very, very hard, because Faysal and KANIMANI, as Vape already said, 2 top players. And guys, you wanna know how crazy this actually is? KANIMANI is so confident, he didn't even join the lobby. He's like, yeah,
He's not
Faisal,
even awake.
He is not even here. Kani is like, Faisal, you got this, bro.
Now that I have touched you, I can copy you. My
All right, flesh bits. Are we rocking with the Rips?
Whatever.
Remember, Chad, we do try to be very selective about these stages. However, we are going to be going into game number 1. HANZO is on the loose.
The numbers on YouTube are so low, it doesn't even make a difference anymore, so who cares?
We're just going to try to carry on. By the way, Rips, how much of a reward is that, by the way? If you manage to actually climb the mountain and take out Faisal, KANIMANI is right there.
Like, you feel like you won, but did you really win when KANIMANI is waiting for you next?
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a tough challenge. However, we are going to see if there's anything HANZO can do. However, this does appear to be one-way traffic. Faisal, he is gaming. He's going to try to solo this whole thing.
Round 2. Fight.
Rips, me and you might need to join this 2v2 next time, man, just to, you know, maybe see if we can push these players, man.
Babe, you know it. We just put ourselves in grand finals immediately, and then with the help of the chat, we have a chance, bro.
There's a very solid chance. Us with 20 lives apiece, man, we might be able to take 1 round off Faisal. However, that is going to be neither here nor there because we do have clone pressure coming your way. And HANZO, he's got to keep this man out of his DMs.
Can someone please check the viewer list if KANIMANI is even here, or if he really thinks that Faisal is going to win this entire tourney on his own?
Hey, if I'm Faisal, I win that tournament. KANIMANI was not even there, man. I might start looking at that prize pool a little bit differently. I'd be like, here's 20 bucks. Here's $10. You have a great day. Oh, but Faisal waking up with the metal boner, and that is going to be the game. Faisal currently on a 3-0 win streak, and he is going one-way traffic here, Ribs.
It is just unbelievable to see the overall level of gameplay. Players like Faisal, they make it look so easy, Vape, but it is not.
No. These are 2 Sub-Zero demons coming at it, and I've seen them make it very far in other tournaments before. However, Faisal just goes to show, to your point, the level of gameplay that he possesses. However, chat's not over till it's over. And HANZO, he will have 1 more shot. Do we see that double Sub-Zero make a run here in this tournament?
Chameleon. The T-Hound.
Making the switch to Chameleon, I do like it for versatility. However, a reverse 4-0 on Faisal and KANIMANI is what you are dealt with at this point. Let's get to it. Game number 4.
Round 1. Fight.
All eyes on HANZO. Can he bring this back? Such a fantastic player.
Yeah, HANZO, man, he's a highlight reel in his own right, man. In other sets and other tournaments, as we were talking about, he is able to cause some damage. However, Faisal is not letting up on the brakes here. All gas here, Rips. Pressure is mounting, and we got another mix coming your way right after this. Yeah, went into the Chameleon. I love this from HANZO.
Love it as well. Escape the corner, you know, and let's try to keep a little bit of pressure up. But of course, easier said than done, especially versus a player like Faisal, Vape.
Absolutely. The clone pressure is out, and he is going for it. Look at these Chameleon combos to complement the gameplay with it. The clone's on the loose. Forward 1. And Faisal, the overhead hits him. 1 more, Rips, and this could be the round. Hanzo, he's trying everything. Can he guess right on the mix? He does!
Spend it. Hanzo,
And here
don't let him
comes
live.
Hanzo.
Don't take a risk.
I don't even know if he needed to spend that risk,
I
but you
don't
know
care,
what?
babe.
Why
Versus a
not?
player like FAYSAL, just go for the cash out, take the round, and I think it's the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely. I see some people in chat saying, why even fatal him? At the same time, Rips, I agree with you. Kill this man.
Round 2. Fight.
The chat is saying, this brain dead bullshit is what's killing Rip's views. You guys think so?
No, man. FAYSAL is must-see TV, man, and I hope we get that Shang today, man. That is my one thing I hope we see. FAYSAL Shang is my favorite character to watch. However, that is going to be a beautiful punish coming from Hanzo, but he does not have the lead. FAYSAL needs one more game to wrap all this up. Beautiful, down one. And FAYSAL was ready for it this time, though. We are going to be breaking away from that. Hanzo still believes, Rips.
Let him cook, Vape. Hanzo, very, very dangerous once he secured the corner position, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Yeah, this is where he does his best damage. 4-3, 4-3 into the overhead. You rarely see it, but it will work from time to time.
Final round. Fight.
Let's see what we get. FAYSAL will need that last round to put a cherry on top of this, Rips, and he is now going corner carry city, marching this man all the way to the westbound side of the freeway, absolutely laying bombs on this man. And FAYSAL with like 3 down ones in a row. Shout outs to RINZLER. Down one again coming from Hanzo. Back 2 is gonna nail him. And it's now or never, Rips, for team IMPLEX Hanzo.
One life and a dream, babe.
Can it be done? Yeah, it can, but it's gonna be tough. And FAYSAL is starting to pull away. Look at this mix. This is gonna be enough to, no, drops it. But the Movado is
coming
gonna
in with a cha-cha, babe, and that's gonna seal Hanzo's fate. That means, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to another team. And the worst thing is, KANIMANI wasn't even needed, babe.
Yeah, KANIMANI, I hope they're home. I think that they have the game installed, but you can never be sure. If I saw looking like a one-man wrecking crew, that's gonna be it.
But Vape, I think this entire top 8 is going to be phenomenal to watch because we have so many different players signed up. So many different regions are competing alongside each other. And coming up next, HOURGLASSOFRAIN featuring SOSED. Maybe the most interesting team of the night because it is just something we never see here in the arena on the regular. I'm excited for this. Matched versus FIREAXE and MOUAZ. Give me your thoughts on this, Vape.
And I generally don't know how I feel about this matchup, but I've heard some people say that Geras actually does pretty well against Sindel. The jury is still going to be out on that one, Rips. However, game number 1 will provide us with a lot of intel. Good low to start off from FIREAXE. The rockets are out. The forward one going to nail him, and this is going to be FIREAXE. Absolutely going Restand City. Let's see if we can get that next mix. Yeah, Chip, I've heard that as well. I hear a lot of people saying that Sindel players do not like the Geras matchup. However, FIREAXE right now seems to be enjoying this. We are going to be rewinding time, though. SOSED going to be getting a little bit of health back.
Very good defense from SOSED over there in the corner, but he lost so much HP already.
And look at this, though. FIREAXE is on a roll. Absolutely not being shy about this damage. And here comes a little bit of Crystalline, just in case you feel like getting a little bit active. Overhead is good again, and this is looking like one-way traffic. However, SOSED not giving up quite on the round, but does set up the hourglass to take it.
Think this is a game?
Round 2. Fight.
All right, SOSED. He does have an hourglass set up, though. That will not be a punish. Rips that tremor continuing to show why it is one of the best cameos in Mortal Kombat 1.
There's the break. Oh man, SOSED
you guys who
under a lot of pressure right now, babe.
That's what FIREAXE does best, man. He will keep you locked down. A very rush-down heavy Sindel player, man. He can zone for sure, but if you give him the opportunity to, he's going to come straight for your throat. He's going to absolutely try to pin you down. Look at that. That raw scream actually getting interrupted, Rips. That is going to be SOSED now taking the lead. And SOSED, man, once he starts rolling, man, his momentum is difficult to stop. His
really
conversions, man, second to none.
But that pickup, but the rocket actually interrupting, saving SOSED right there.
gonna be a very pivotal sequence. Good grab. Over the neutral getting reset. The forward one's no good. FIREAXE not establishing an auto shimmy quite yet. But this is gonna do it, Rips. That's gonna be the game.
Try to break, but at the end of the day, there's no escape. FIREAXE taking that match number 1. SOSED down to 1 life.
And SOSED, Rips, as you could see and as chat could see, he was starting to kind of bring it back there towards the end. The thing about these 2v2 Rips is you don't have too much time to kind of get your feet set. You got to go straight from Jump Street and figure this out. Because look at that, simply like that, FIREAXE is on set point now. Hourglass of Rain is still waiting, but still, you do want to provide that layer of defense if you are SOSED for this team.
Let's see, babe. Let's see what the future brings. I'm very excited. This entire lineup looks quite interesting in my opinion. Some unique matchups are on the way. And at the end of the day, let's see who's going to be our tag team champion today.
There's a lot of good names in here, man. There's so many good names. And you know what? In a 1st-2 Rips, that does change basically everything.
Don't forget, guys, after this, ROETHOR and MKJAVIER. Another team who has the potential to defeat KANIMANI and FAYSAL, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely can get it done. However, we got to see who is going to be advancing on this side of the bracket. SOSED going to be on his last life, and he's going to now be locked into Gearus Rips for the entire remainder of this set. He is going to make it count, trying to drag FIREAXE all the way to the corner. The overheads are going to be hitting. Beautiful snap coming from SOSED.
A piece of art, in my opinion. From an entire design perspective, Gearus looks so cool in MK1.
I still think he's a decent character, Rips. I don't think he's quite high up on the tier list. However, I do believe if you are a fundamentally strong player, you can get it done with him. And we are seeing that from SOSED. However, FIREAXE right now getting some nice combos. Forward ones. SOSED's so tough to auto shimmy, man. He does not want to give up that damage. However, he cannot hold out. This defense is getting picked apart. And here comes FIREAXE. Rips, you better make that breaker count. And it looks like he does. This should be the end of the round. SOSED believing in himself, breaking away and absolutely taking it. That is almost certainly going to do it.
We see some signs of life here. But SOSED still has a long road ahead of him. It is just a single round. And of course, you need 2 at the end of the day to secure a match. FIREAXE not happy about it.
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. And SOSED continuing to pour on the pressure, officially in the lead in this game. We'll need one more to tie this up with the raw scream, Rips. Good grab, trying to get him back in the corner. That is going to be the name of the game for this set. Whoever maintains that corner position, most likely going to come out on top. SOSED, man, beautiful, beautiful counter as well. FIREAXE all the way locked into the corner. SOSED got to plan that next move, Rips.
Just going for the sweep, actually connects. Another low right after, and now it's party time. It's blender time.
This is not good for FIREAXE, Rips, to your point. And this could be the beginning of the end. He misses the command grab. Overhead, he's on chip territory. He's got this, and that's going to do it.
And once again, we have a tied up situation in the arena. SOSED is answering back. That means FIREAXE is down to 1. And now it's time for the timebreaker. Who is going to stay alive for his team? Is it SOSED or is it FIREAXE? Who are we seeing next? Is it MOUAZ or is it Hourglass?
That's very correct. Remember, if you lose this next game, your teammate has to come out and carry you. And I do believe that both these two have done some early work, but now, Rips, to your point, it all matters about right now.
And even after this last match of round number 1, PIRIX and KROMER versus MKJAVIER and ROETHOR. I can't wait for this. Gonna be exciting. Hopefully you guys out there at home enjoy the show so far. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, back-to-back flash
Without
pits.
a doubt.
Oh, babe, we are cooked.
We are so cooked, man.
Oh,
it happens once,
cooked.
it's shame on me. Yeah. Remember, guys, you got to be very selective about that stage. YouTube does have some parameters. However, it looks like we are going to let it rock, Rips.
Round 1, fight.
Good low. However, the flamethrower technology is coming out again. The forward one going to catch him, though.
It doesn't really make a difference anymore, so it is okay.
Yeah, remember, guys, if you can do your best, be sure to be very selective about those stages. However, right now we will be letting it rock. SOSED going to be taking the lead, though. Overheads again. Rockets all over the place. Look at the movement coming out of SOSED, man. Who does it better than him? Command grab catches you from downtown, though. It looks like a big whiff coming from SOSED, though. FIREAXE trying to establish that auto shimmy rips. However, SOSED once again not biting on it.
And now here comes the strike throw. Vape SOSED in the lead. Never mind.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Can he rewind time? I don't know. Is he going to spend it? He is. I don't think this is going to kill. I could be wrong.
950 HP. Is it going to make a difference?
Oh, no.
It might do.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I did not see the 950 health. That is absolutely going to kill. Hey, FIREAXE on set point. Do we get Hourglass of Rain activated right here and now, Chad? Remember, every opponent that goes down, their teammate will have to come out and carry them. All right, we're going to be breaking away from that. Is going to be none other than Big Skibidi himself, FIREAXE on the loose. However, SOSED waiting for him to come in, Rips. And the damage we are seeing is going to be absolutely extraordinary coming from SOSED. Overhead is good again.
Even though it is not even that fast, Vape, but it's close to unblockable.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe the online environment, man. Maybe you're just not ready for it. Some raw overhead moves that are not the most common in MK1. Good command grab. Dude, I love the way SOSED is mixing this. He's close to putting this on a tie ball game on set point for both. Good grab as well. FIREAXE, man, this is trouble. If he can get that tremor activated, the sector rocket on the loose, but there comes SOSED.
It's gonna do it. The chat is saying 17 frames. It's fast. I can react to that in my sleep, Vape. What are these guys talking about?
We really made these guys play against forward 2 Sub-Zero. That was what, 13 frames? And that thing was lightning quick.
Vape and I. Give us 2 Red Bull vodkas and we react to 8 frame moves.
Absolutely, without a doubt. However, FIREAXE with a rare drop, get him pick it right back up. SOSED, though, says, you know what? Let me just break away from that real quick. These two are trying to counter each other left and right. It will be FIREAXE and SOSED basically tied up here as far as life lead goes. Now FIREAXE going to take a very slight lead. Look at the staggers, man. This is scary. You have to guess here, Rips. Overhead is good. Beautiful mix coming from FIREAXE. The rocket, though, to help keep SOSED alive. And FIREAXE starting to pull away right now. He will need one more combo. SOSED, he's got to be on his A game. Still does have Fatal at his disposal. And look at this, FIREAXE not even trying to take a risk. Right now. And look at this, FIREAXE. There's 21 seconds left on the board, Rips. Full mic, down one. And this is close. SOSED! It's gonna be SOSED! There's 10 seconds. Somebody's gotta go.
And the perfectly timed Thanos snap. Here comes the fatal. FIREAXE! Quitality!
Oh no! That is a tough pill to swallow right there. FIREAXE absolutely had it with 10 seconds remaining. SOSED just with enough veteran grit to come back and steal it.
SOSED, aka the Clutch Master himself, finding the perfect time for that Thanos snap in the end. And that means MOUAZ has to step up, the last remaining team member. And now he has to bring this back versus SOSED first, and then Hourglass of Rain right after.
And this is MOUAZ. He needs to put SOSED away right now and activate Hourglass of Rain. If he loses one game here, this could be a serious world of trouble.
The gateway.
Your boy Lou seems to have big plans for you.
All right, let's go. On to the next set. This is going to be MOUAZ coming out with 2 fresh lives.
The worst multitasker is back again. Look at the scoreboard. MOUAZ and Fireglass. I literally just made this shit up on the fly, Vape.
Yeah, no.
Who the hell is Fireglass?
And you both. Well, it's a new player for the arena, man.
It's the fusion of FIREAXE and Hourglass. Man, I'm getting too old for this shit, guys.
As are we all. However, that is going to be SOSED breaking away. MOUAZ's Johnny, man, can put so much damage on you so quickly. What I love about MOUAZ, man, his movement is the best, in my opinion, in the game with this character. Good. And MOUAZ just so rushed down heavy rips, and this is gonna be him smothering SOSED, putting punches and bunches on the board.
MOUAZ at the end of the day one of the best Johnnies we have in Europe, aka the Middle East region. And yeah, we can see it right here in action. This man is bringing some high-octane Johnny gameplay to the arena tonight.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, without a doubt, man. MOUAZ definitely not going to be shy about it. Going to try to light SOSED up like a Christmas tree. Good low, but the rocket is going to nail him.
And now that, of course, every single life SOSED can take here might make a big difference later on for Hourglass.
Oh, without a doubt, man. If SOSED can get one on the board, that helps clear the path for Hourglass, should they need to come out. However, MOUAZ, he's got to speed run this, man. However, he cannot get too overzealous, man. He does got to remember, he is playing with fire. He himself only has 2 lives. Beautiful stuff with the height meter combos. Good grab just to settle for something, Rips. The lows again. He is going crazy right now. MOUAZ with a somewhat comfortable lead.
MOUAZ to FIREAXE in the lead right now, saying, sit down, little bro, I got this for us.
4-3, we're going up to the sky. SOSED says we are breaking away. That's going to be his last one for a while.
The slide
4-3,
delay
this could be
button,
it.
that's gonna do it. SOSED losing the match, and MOUAZ tying this entire setup. Hourglass has to bring this back.
Johnny Cage wins.
This is the best thing you could ask for from a viewer perspective. Both players have 2 lives apiece. Hourglass coming out from North America, and we'll see what that Melina's got planned for us today, Rips.
A fantastic
And do
set,
we even
in my
see the
opinion.
Melina?
That is a good question, babe. I have no idea what to expect.
It's been, I'll be honest, it's been a little while since I've seen Hourglass play. I'd be honest, I'd be very shocked if we didn't. And you can already see it on the board right here, Rips. This is going to be, now MOUAZ, he is going to be on 2 lives. Hourglass is going to be on 2 lives, and this is now going to be a 1-to-2 set between these guys. Only one is going to advance to the next round, though.
Melina.
Yeah, Hourglass is NA West, I think, was. You guys signed up for this shit. Play.
Yeah. That's what I say, man. That's what I say. Yeah, Hourglass is coming out of Texas. MOUAZ, I believe, coming out of Egypt, man. This is going to be cinema. Either way, we are ready for it.
Melina. Tremor. The Hourglass.
Okay, I'll say it. That look's got me bugging.
Are all Earthrealm males?
All right, Chad. These are arguably 2 of the best in the world with their characters, Rips.
Oh, babe, this is gonna be good. It's been a while since I've seen Hourglass here in the arena. Regina saying, did you make the sets? No, SmileChimp actually picked the players. But they signed up as teams, so the teams were basically pre-made and then SmileChimp made the bracket.
It's actually a really good idea. I like that. MOUAZ gonna be trying to get up in there. Hourglass right there, gonna be trying to pick him apart from space. However, it is going to be MOUAZ in the lead for now. That Tremor gonna help keep things locked down.
Oh, the league sets. Oh no, please message Robo, Regina, if possible.
MOUAZ starting to kind of pull away here. Hourglass has got to find a way out of this corner, and the pressure just never stops, Rips. Good low though. Hang on a second, but they drop it. By the way, Hourglass is a veteran of playing the international sets. I've seen them in quite a few tournaments that feature these. However, it's going to be MOUAZ going on up.
Trap incoming.
Round 2. Fight.
And Melina, I would say a very strong middle of the pack character. Never somebody who's needed a buff or a nerf. Just absolutely kind of maintains their own ozone and does a pretty good job.
I agree with that,
Johnny,
yes.
Johnny, formerly the best character in the game, needed that heavy nerf after Final Combat. But you know what? Still very, very strong, man. He plays the game very well. Doesn't even need a projectile. However, the neutral on display, the poke and the special into Tremor. I do not see Melina Tremor all that often, besides FIREAXE every once in a while.
And there was a crazy combo, and here comes Hourglass of Rain Chat. Or is it Hourglass of Pain Vape? 41% to the kisser. I like it. Never mind.
MOUAZ, though, he believes in it. And he's gonna spend it early. I don't know if I agree, but you know what? That is why I'm not playing MOUAZ. Absolutely. Gonna be letting loose with that fatal blow. Good defense from MOUAZ. Going up to the sky. And that's gonna be it. MOUAZ makes the comeback.
Unbelievable.
Taking the lead.
MOUAZ right now, the one-man army.
Johnny Cage wins.
MOUAZ looking damn good to start us out. And FIREAXE, man, this was his break glass in case of emergency teammate, man. MOUAZ is on the loose, and he's on what, a 2-game win streak. We'll need one more to put this one away.
And of course, Vape, we are super evil for making this entire tournament single elimination. But at the end of the day, guys, you have to understand, a lot of time, you know, needs to be invested into these 2v2. A lot of preparation time as well. So hope you guys are okay with it. The grand finale is going to be first to 3, so 3 lives per player. But yeah, we're on a somewhat tight schedule today. Hope you guys have fun regardless.
Because deep down,
Ritz, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you do a double elimination 2v2 one time that took like 5 hours?
It took way longer. I think it was 9 hours.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, man, Rip's giving all the players a shot. That is absolutely the way to go. However, for today, this is going to be short and sweet. We do need to keep a single elimination. MOUAZ is going to be trying to put the brakes on this train, though. That is Hourglass and SOSED. Beautiful stuff right now, and MOUAZ is rolling. He knows exactly where he's at, and he loves to maintain this corner position. However, a beautiful overhead coming his way. Now we're marching to the other side of the screen. MOUAZ doesn't care where you go. He's going to follow.
What the hell did MOUAZ have for breakfast this morning? He's playing out of his mind, Vape.
damn, I'm good.
I don't know, this is some performance-enhancing drugs that I've seen it, man. Make sure you do test this, man, before and after every single event. All right, Hourglass, though, they can most certainly get this done. However, MOUAZ is making sure to cover every single gap, make sure does not let Hourglass establish any bit of pressure. All right. Nice.
Poke special, but
he
that's
tried to
going to
go
be a
poke
full
special.
punish. And of course, dangerous. Unfortunately, MOUAZ dropped it here, but that was a big opportunity.
Hourglass, it's now or never. You cannot afford to lose one more round. 4-3. Good grab, but Hourglass sees it coming from a mile away. And this is going to be the beginning of the end. If MOUAZ can get one more rips, this could be all she wrote.
Wait, look at the
this actually gonna do
optimization.
it?
How much damage can he squeeze out? Hourglass has to break right there.
Yeah, Hourglass was not going to wait around to find out. What a set.
MOUAZ clutching it out for his team here. That means FIREAXE and MOUAZ are gonna advance to semifinals. And unfortunately, Hourglass of Reigns and SOSED's journey is officially coming to an end here. GG's.
That is going to do it. However, a very good set from both. All four, I should say. But let's be honest, Rips. FIREAXE kind of did carry.
Another phenomenal set coming to an end, guys, but we have so much more than this. It's time for the last match here in round number 1. And I cannot believe that I'm saying those words, but MKJAVIER is finally back in the arena after a very long time. I think it's been months since we have seen MKJAVIER here in our lineup. And today he's back, featuring ROETHOR versus PIRIX and KROMER. That is going to be some peak entertainment, Vape.
And Rips, MKJAVIER, he's been on the tour. Every pro comp we look at it, this man is over there.
That is right.
However, right now he is going to settle back into the arena. KROMER going to take a lead to start us off. Loving what I'm seeing. Back 3 into the overhead. KROMER's defense holding up. I love it. However, though, MKJAVIER starting off a little bit slow, just trying to measure the distance, trying to get his bearing straight. Good grab to start us off, and I imagine that is going to be fair on the way, and it is. And MKJAVIER is now starting to let loose. KROMER has their work cut out for him, though. Does hit him with that stand, too, does MKJAVIER. Abel bringing up some great points in the chat. I see you, man. What's going on? Back 3. And the delayed low coming from MKJAVIER.
MKJAVIER, he still got it.
Oh, most certainly, man. This is going to be Javier. He is rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
And Rips, the same thing I'd tell. Oh, catches him with the mine. Let's go. Rips, what I tell players is the other player might have all these accomplishments. They might have done this, that, top 8 here and there. You don't have to go and do all that. You just have to beat them here and now. You have to be better for 10 minutes. However, though, with these spears on the line, MKJAVIER is not going to be letting up the pressure. And KROMER is trying to shuck and jive, move in and out, bob and weave. However, MKJAVIER not going to wait around for that. And here comes Farah again. And the damage we are seeing left, right, and center field. MKJAVIER needs about one more of these. KROMER does not have breakaway, but comes out with the raw acid ball. The back 3 whiffing in public. That is another class 3 felony. And this is going to do it, Rips.
And MKJAVIER, he is back with a bang. Trying to go for that brute right there. But KROMER, of course, feeling the pressure, experiencing what it means facing a top-level MK1 player. That's exactly what MKJAVIER is.
Yeah, MKJAVIER, man, he's trying to get to those 2 wins as quick as possible. KROMER, though, by the way, not doing bad at all. He is starting off very good. However, MKJAVIER starting to pull away. You will have to shore that up if you're a KROMER, man. However, on to game 2 we go. Let's see if we get a potential cameo switch coming from KROMER. I do like the Movado approach, I will say. And ROETHOR, by the way, I'm sure is fast asleep right now, saying, I'm sure MKJAVIER can pick up my tab and absolutely finish this off. However, you don't know that for a fact. Let's go, and let's go to game number 2.
Skills tested.
Against you? Not sure that I'm ready.
Round 1.
And by the way, I was seeing on the Twitter, guys, I'm sure you saw it as well, not one Scorpion on stream in at CEO. I don't know if this character's as high tier as a lot say. Makes you wonder, Rips, you know, just certain character specialists are able to get it done with him, but you don't see him all that often on stream. Over the stand 2-1, Javier, though, not going to be shy about this damage. The acid ball again. There's another one. He catches him. He can't convert, though, Rips. And back 3, 2-1. This is now going to be MKJAVIER's O-Zone, and you are just playing a part here. We are going all corner carry. And let's see what the next mix is going to be. The back 3 again. The overhead not going to land. Jumpins all over the place. And Movado here to help pick up the damage with KROMER. Rips, KROMER's not too far away. He might actually take the lead here. And he does.
Right now we're getting a little bit of momentum. But MKJAVIER, the master of adaptation, we know it.
The low. And this should do it. KROMER does not have breakaway. MKJAVIER, I do not even think he's going to spend it, though. Rips, this character, man, this player, I should say, is absolutely doing work. MKJAVIER trying to pick up the tab for his team. We've seen a couple solo performances, Rips. Could this be another one? Or does KROMER have the goods to take a game off Javier? And he is trending that direction.
The spacing. Okay, KROMER. Now we're talking.
KROMER doing some absolutely godly work here in the corner, but he's got to be able to maintain it. Beautiful breakaway. I most certainly do agree with that. Beautiful catches him, and this should be the round. But he drops it. I don't even think MKJAVIER was going to break, Rips.
Wait. This is not over yet.
And let's see if the low catches him. Here comes Javier.
One mix is out. He's gonna go for a reset.
Not like this, Rips. Not like this. And he might have it. This is gonna do it.
MKJAVIER, that's what happens if you just give him a little bit of breathing room.
There's much more to come.
And look at this man breaking the stream overlay just like that in the form of a brutality. A 2-0 score, Rips. Now it is time for the demon of the arena to come see if he can do anything to Javier.
PIRIX needs to un-AFK and then somehow bring this back all the way. Do you think we're getting Baraka or do you expect Ghostface?
I would say Ghostface, man. That is going to be, by and away, his best character. And if he can get those mixes on Javier, it doesn't matter who you are. PIRIX will roll. However, once again, KROMER, thank you again for playing. We will see you hopefully soon here in the arena. Now it's time for your teammate to come through and see what damage they can do. And remember, Rips, you just got to be better than your opponent for 10 minutes. You don't need all these offline placements. You don't need all these results. You just have to be better for 10 minutes.
Ghostface, Scorpion, Farah,
All right, chat. Once again, thank you each and every one of you guys for coming and hanging out, supporting the arena, man. Always a pleasure to be here. And now we get 2 of the arena demons on stream at the same time. Where else are you getting this?
Round 1. Fight.
By the way, Rips, PIRIX, a fan favorite, man, has not been as vocal as of late. I have to imagine a win over MKJAVIER might be enough to turn this man's mic on. Once again, if you are in chat and you are not following the arena, consider doing so. It most certainly does help out everything and everybody and everything.
Thank you so much, Faye.
If you want to further that, if you want to further that, man, leave a sub, man. Help support out the arena for the remaining month, man. It most certainly does help us bring you this content early and often. As I say that, though, MKJAVIER is absolutely taking a dynamic lead on PIRIX. Overhead swing is going to be good to go. That death spin, Rips, is going to be enough to chip out PIRIX. Now, the problem with PIRIX, though, is he's going to actually have to make his way in. Will not be the easiest task at hand. Javier, though, he wants nothing to do with that up-close pressure, Rips. You can actually see it. He is trying to get away by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, they're spacing. MKJAVIER is saying, watch my footsies, little bro.
These are looking good. Everything is looking good. The grab's not going to be looking good, though. PIRIX says enough is enough.
Bro, look at
those
this. Look at the way he
spears.
outspaces PIRIX right now.
Yeah, Rips, you can see it. He does not want anything to do with that neutral pressure from PIRIX. Overhead is going to be good. And Rips, this is a one-way traffic type match.
That is ridiculous.
Javier is going crazy.
Bro, we haven't seen MKJAVIER for maybe 3 months, and that's the way he comes back?
I mean, yeah. That is going to be MKJAVIER trying to solo this entire squad. PIRIX only has 1 life remaining. However, Rips, you can see it, though. I love the way MKJAVIER is playing. He wants nothing to do with PIRIX up close. Say, I'm going to kill you from space. I'm going to make you make mistakes, and that's where I'll capitalize.
Leave me alone.
However, here we go, chat. There's only one way to find out. MKJAVIER still coming out with a full steam in his engine. PIRIX, though, needs to find a way in. He's got to find the cameo that's going to allow him to do it.
Yo, and Styles in the chat. Styles, thank you so much for the 2nd gifted sub here of the night. I appreciate that. It helps tremendously. Hope you're having a great evening.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Javier, though, this is where he can put this away. You don't want to let PIRIX hang out for way too long. Overhead is not going to be any good, though. PIRIX using that Movado to get in. I love this. Now he can get started. And a bit of a delay on that does get the foot stomp. And here is where the mix comes into play. MKJAVIER, though, down one on wake up. The delay was
nasty.
MKJAVIER, he will keep you guessing, man. He most certainly will, Rips. Overhead is going to be good for PIRIX. However, Rips, the problem with this Movado cameo is it does not allow you to extend combos to the maximum ability, similar to what Scorpion will do. There's the mine. He catches him. PIRIX with the lead. Let's see it. PIRIX does have the lead. However, you gotta wonder how long that's gonna be around for, Rips. MKJAVIER with the load. That's gonna be the
this
round.
man is just a little bit too clutch tonight. Every single round, it comes down to the wire, but MKJAVIER just has, makes the right decision in the end. Or rather say, PIRIX guesses wrong.
It's a little bit of both, man, from both sides. The down ones. Beautiful command grab coming from PIRIX. You've got to risk it to get the biscuit. Overhead, no good. And Javier, just like that, he is out of there, man. And another overhead coming from Javi. And the thing is, I do not think Javier will want to mix it up in the corner. There, as I say, he backs up. Does not want that up close and personal space coming from Ghostface. Wants that social distancing, Rips.
Wake up buttons. In that particular situation, MKJAVIER, you're out of your mind.
I see the go. Big Baba, Frankie, Spicy Orzo, and everybody else in this chat. PIRIX. It is now go time. It is now or never. Big load. This should be it. No, not going to be enough, but you should spend it anyway. One more. And he gets the command grab, Rips. Not slow. And that is going to be
now
all
we're
she
talking.
wrote.
Simple game.
Final round. Fight.
You need one more though, Rips. You need one more. And he's getting started right in front of our face. This is going to be a tremendous lead coming from Big PIRIX.
You and Styles in the chat with another one. Styles, thank you so much.
Hey, W Styles, man. Love to see it. Love the support, man. Shout outs to the entire community. However, MKJAVIER is still on set point, Rips, and that is never a safe place if you are PIRIX. Farah out again, and Javier looks like he has not lost a step since he was last here, Rips. He is absolutely gaming. He has not lost one life.
And PIRIX right now in trouble.
3, and that's, oh, one more, Rips. That's all it's going to take from Javier. Actually, no, PIRIX will have breakaway. We are calling the homie left, right, and center field. There's going to be a beautiful command grab. Not going to be able to combo off of it. Unfortunate. Actually, no. I am mistaken. There comes Big PIRIX. Gonna spend the entire Movado mine, Rips. We are going up to the sky.
Oh, no, Vape, he dropped it, and that is a crucial drop, actually.
Yeah, definitely not going to be good for your health if you are PIRIX. What's he got? That's it right there.
Never mind.
One more
Last,
from either player, but he's going to spend.
Wait, what?
I thought that was gonna do it. And wait a minute, though, we got the community.
No, what the hell is happening here in the community? Mega Gigas is saying, you know what, chat? I got you covered with 10 gifted subscriptions. Gigas, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for this. I mean, Vape, we talk about it every single day. At the end of the day, guys, without y'all, it wouldn't work. And Big Papa Frankie is saying, you know what? Did someone just mention some gifted subs for the arena?
Holy moly, W community support,
guys,
man.
you.
Once again, shout outs. Shout outs to each and every one of you, man. Big Baba coming through, man. All the love, man. Level 6 hype train, by the way. That is not nothing.
But Vape, it's just so scary right now to be an MK content creator. You know it as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Big Baba and Mega Gigas, for helping us out here.
Without a doubt, man. Either way, W community. Now W sets. PIRIX will need one more in order to activate ROETHOR. I don't know how much of a prize that is, Rips, but you gotta wonder. Over MKJAVIER. Gonna be slamming him right back down. And MKJAVIER saying, all right. You want me up close? Let me speed run this. Look at this, though. A very different approach with Rips. This is the risk you get in front of staying in front of PIRIX's face. Into the air we go. PIRIX still a long way back, though. Okay, Javier pressing, but hang on a second, though. This is not over. What's up, Big Outs? What's up to everybody in the chat? We love you guys, man. Thank you again for hanging out with us in this amazing 2v2 Rips. We got some bangers still left, man. Some of the best matches.
So far, I think the tournament is really delivering. Hope the people at home enjoy it as much as we do on the commentary side. Look how close these rounds are.
PIRIX, one more combo right here will be enough. And I think that this is going to do it. This is going to be the round. PIRIX is PIRIX officially in the lead here, Rips.
Did you miss me?
Round 2.
And this Ghostface, it's so scary to play against a mixed machine. But MKJAVIER saying, you want some mix? Let me see you eat this low.
Babe, look at ROETHOR in the chat saying, can I please switch teammates? ROETHOR, you're supposed to cheer.
You see that, by the way? Yeah, you'll see FIREAXE and MOUAZ cheering each other on, but ROETHOR is just saying pitiful. Absolutely a disgrace.
ROETHOR, literally the worst teammate you can get in the 2v2.
Oh, by orders of magnitude, yes. But at the same time, still a very good teammate to have, at least from a gameplay standpoint. However, this is now going to be Javier. Javier does not have the lead. Javier's in trouble here, Rips.
But we've seen several clutches from MKJAVIER throughout this set already. We might see another one. We might see another one.
Come on, activate ROETHOR. No Movado mine on the loose. There's the command grip. This is going to be close. Not enough to kill. Down one, into the poke, into the special.
Wait! No way. This was so freaking close. And PIRIX sending MKJAVIER to the bench. We get a fatal even.
Holy moly. And PIRIX letting his presence be known. What started off as a steamroll of a set has now become that much more competitive.
He's a dude with a knife.
And
Of
Rips,
course,
what a
now
fatality.
he officially unlocked ROETHOR.
But you know what? And I think I speak for the entire arena here, Rips. I don't think anybody's gonna be mad about seeing ROETHOR on stream right now.
I think so too. And I'm kind of curious what character ROETHOR is gonna bring versus that Ghostface.
Yeah, you definitely do gotta wonder, man. Do we get to see he plays a lot of Takeda, and I think that's what we're gonna see right now. There is gonna be one way to find out though. However, we are gonna have to see. It is now PIRIX versus ROETHOR. However, I'm sorry, yeah, PIRIX versus ROETHOR. PIRIX will have 1 life remaining, chat. ROETHOR is still gonna be sitting pretty with 2. Let's go.
Ghostface, Takeda, Mavado, Sector, Temple of Kataravala.
By the way, Riz, would you remind us what we got coming up next, man? Because I don't think the chat is being loud enough right now for the level of hype that we got coming our way.
Oh guys, after this, I hope you guys know what time it is. It is gonna be RINZLER and KITANAKAHN versus KANIMANI and FAYSAL, the Titan tag team.
That is an arena finale 2v2 set right there. I'll tell you that right now. And it's only the semifinals, man. However, we will see ROETHOR trying to avoid this mix, trying to take the MKJAVIER approach and just stay out of those DMs. But you know what? This freight train that is PIRIX is now starting to wake up. Good. And this Takeda is going to be going early and often and crashing you in the corner. I got you, Big Rips. And let's do this thing. By the way, this is going to be none other than ROETHOR. He is pulling away. And chat, PIRIX cannot afford to eat too much more damage here. What is the mix? Beautiful jump coming out of ROETHOR. And as always, guys, this is going to be a blockbuster matchup we have here only in the quarterfinals. If you are just getting here, by the way, this is only the first round. However, we will see the jump-ins. Down ones. And ROETHOR trying to cash out early and often. Takeda is not shy about that damage. Knows how to put up a solid chunk of change. Jump-ins all over the place, but he catches him with the low, the overhead lashes, the long lashes of ROETHOR. Down one. Overhead again, and here comes PIRIX. We'll have a hit of armor on his side, and let's see if he can spend it, but that is going to be a beautiful grab. ROETHOR is rolling. Chat, this is not looking good if your name is PIRIX. This is actually going to be set point right now for ROETHOR. If he wins one more round, this is it. The Spicy Orzo, you already know. You already know. All right, the low, the double low, and ROETHOR. That's Sector. I'm loving the way he's using that cameo, by the way. The jump-ins as well, the down ones all over the place. ROETHOR is on set point. Can he get it? The jump-in, he catches him, just PIRIX. Spend it, absolutely spend it. You don't know next time you're gonna be able to use it. If you will. Overhead is good. That should be the round, just like that, chat. Holy moly, PIRIX literally too angry to die, chat. And we're big fans of this, by the way. All right, man, ROETHOR letting that one get away. You never want it to be the one that got away. Players have that and serial killers have that. However, again, PIRIX is gonna be screaming, coming through with the knives and absolutely stabbing his way to the lead. Chad, I don't know how this one's gonna go. We wrote the script, but the players are going off script and I don't like it. That being said, I do kind of like it. And let's see it though. ROETHOR again, coming through. ROETHOR retaking the lead. And ROETHOR calling for backup, but I don't know if it's gonna get there in time. Big overhead swing, and now PIRIX gonna be enjoying a very slight life lead. Big punish again, and the low not gonna catch him. Very good defense from ROETHOR. Overhead. Let's see what let's see what ROETHOR has planned for us today. Trying to get up in there though, but the Movado mine is on the loose, trying to get that punish. Good grab coming from Big Ro. Jump-ins all over the place, but look at this, man. The lows, the double lows. The lashes are all over the place, and chat, is ROETHOR gonna get there in time? The down one, he's on chip territory somewhat, and this is gonna do it. ROETHOR with a 1-0 score over Pierce, but keep in mind, he only had 1 life remaining. That's gonna do it.
I literally just came back and I see the stutterbacks from ROETHOR.
ROETHOR able to get him, and a very tight set though, I will say, Ribs.
That was ridiculous, and that means ROETHOR and MKJAVIER officially make their way right into our semi-finals tonight, babe. And these semi-finals are already waiting for us.
Oh, without a doubt, man. No, this is going to be some must-see TV, man. Rips Arena, this is going to be some of the best matches you get to see all day. Don't want to go anywhere. We got, I don't know, 4 Omega Sweats coming our way, man. These are going to be tough to load into the hill.
Match, my friend? RINZLER and KITANAKAHN versus KANIMANI and FAYSAL?
Rips, you got my hopes up, man.
Oh, I'm
you
so
got
sorry,
my hopes up. This is what we're doing.
Sorry. But FAYSAL!
Oh! All right, we got it. FAYSAL says, all right, I don't do a lot of, I don't do a lot of favors, but you know what, babe, I got you covered. And that's all I ask for, Rips.
Cease your mind game.
Let's get it. Shang versus Reiko.
My favorite character and player to watch in this game is on the screen, and that means that FAYSAL Shang is on the loose. Let's see it. And is that me or? It's FAYSAL Shang. It's too powerful.
RINZLER.
All right, looks to be clearing up. I think we're good. I think we'll let it rock. There it is. All right, looks like it cleared up. Chat, as you guys know, these are online events, man. There's a lot of risk that when it comes to that. We do try to do the best we can for you, but it's not always going to be perfect. However, it does appear to be doing a lot better now, Rips. All right, down once again. RINZLER, by the way, at a big deficit. This Shang is not your average Shang Tsung, and we're immediately turning into you. Who's who, Rips? Wait, no. I got no, I don't. Beautiful stuff. Going aerial in this. This is going to be RINZLER coming out. Beautiful lead from Rinz. The jump. Tries to go up block. And RINZLER will not stop pressing. However, we do have armor for a reason. Nice. But this is going to be RINZLER. He's close to taking out FAYSAL. FAYSAL dropping his very first round, I do believe, of the event.
Round 2. Fight.
FAYSAL trying to change forms, but RINZLER not even going to give you the chance here. The down ones. Beautiful belly to back suplex. The DDT is coming your way. FAYSAL trying to zone here, Rips.
Man, this is a banger set. RINZLER, okay, trying to make the upset happen. 96% of the community think Kani and FAYSAL are winning this.
And who's to say they're wrong? By the way, do you see how RINZLER, how aggressive he is? He will not stop pressing. Beautiful. Oh, tries to convert off that. You can do that if you are sweaty enough. Nice low. But RINZLER gonna be storming on through Rips. This could be close. All right, trying to get that forward 4 established though, but we do have armor again. And what FAYSAL got planned for us this time, and this could be a problem. RINZLER cannot afford to get hit once more. I'm sorry, FAYSAL cannot afford to get hit once more, and FAYSAL is going down. And ROETHOR saying, alluding to us maybe getting a switch from FAYSAL. I do love the Shang though, but at the same time, if there is something better at your disposal, you can most certainly understand, Ribs. However, though, we will see on to the next game. This is FAYSAL and RINZLER. FAYSAL maybe coming out with that T1000. Now, he does have quite the character list he does play from. However, we will see on to the next game.
Babe. Is it going to be T1000? Is it going to be something completely different? No, he sticks with Shang.
No, I respect it, man. He's a true Shang loyalist. I love to see it.
I'm not sure if loyalist is the right word here, babe.
There's no point in denying it now.
For me, he is. He's picking Shang here, Riz. We're good to go.
Round 1.
I think. What am I talking about, loyalist? No, he plays everybody. We will see. Trying to establish it in the young variation, though. That is going to be an armored launcher coming from that Tremor.
And here comes FAYSAL, baby. Okay, right now, starting very solid.
I love that bed of spikes just to keep you honest, Ribs. FAYSAL is starting to establish that zoning, saying, you know what? I know what I can do differently from game number 1. That is going to be zone your ass out of here. However, RINZLER saying, you want to press? Let's press, baby.
And babe, not gonna lie, I see a lot of statements from pro players about Shang being like bottom 2, sometimes even bottom 1 in the competitive tier list.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely a character that needs some love, but you know what? I think we were talking about the other day. He oddly enough does well against a few of the top tiers in the game.
I think so too. The matchup chart is not as bad.
Right. Yeah, the matchup chart, Chad, it's not as black and white as you would think as far as tier lists go. There are characters that are somewhat low tier that can do well against some of the most top ones in the game. But then again, you strap a player like FAYSAL behind him. I mean, I think anything could happen at that point.
Yo, Milky, thank you so much for saying that. And I appreciate you guys over there on YouTube so much. Thank you for watching our videos.
So W YouTube community as well. Down once again, FAYSAL is starting to pull away here, Rips.
FAYSAL needs some signs of life, eating those shurikens.
And remember, that was heavily nerfed. However, if you are not in the young form, that is going to be very tough to zone with Reiko. Beautiful stuff right there. We just saw it right now.
Big nerf in action.
Yeah, this were pre-nerf Reiko, man. You might see RINZLER just going target
practice. What is this conversion?
Oh, that was the round of the tournament right there.
What the hell was that?
That was FAYSAL Combat, man. One of the top guys going to Final Combat. He is rolling.
No, we have to investigate real quick. I have never seen this particular interaction before. Vape, replay time.
Okay, let's observe this, man. Get out the glasses and whatnot. What a combo coming from FAYSAL right there, as you can see.
So there's the...
Holy moly.
Bro, what is this pickup?
That's such a tough window. I know it is. I've never done that one, but I know it's a tough window. And to do it in an online COF in front of over 400 people, man, just goes to show you.
That is a statement from FAYSAL.
Oh, Rips, do you see this though?
Sector,
RINZLER saying, you want a zone? Let's zone.
Last a minute.
I hope your affairs are in order.
I see my son Cheesy in the chat. What's going on, brother?
Fight.
Cheesy, don't make me show them the Koth record, all right? Just letting people know. However, FAYSAL still continuing to roll. And if there's going to be a character that can zone with Sector, it's going to be Shang, man. All right, the Rockets are on the loose, though. The down 3 coming from FAYSAL. And as I said, though, if there's going to be... Oh, my God. FAYSAL getting crafty here, Rips.
So many projectiles flying across the screen.
Rips, that combo that FAYSAL just... That combo FAYSAL just did, I have been trying that since the game's launch. He just does it casually.
Maybe that's the reason why we're on the mic, Vape, and these guys are actually behind the controller, you know?
Are my days of a top player over, Rips? I don't want to let it go. Good low again. MOUAZ doing some work. That's going to be the round, though. FAYSAL able to call Tremor in for overtime, and that is going to do it. You see ROETHOR in the chat saying, save me, Tremor. Yeah, basically, you do need it. Nice.
Poke special, smart from RINZLER. Yeah, FAYSAL trying to take his turn back, pays the price for it.
FAYSAL. Remember, if there's a character that can zone with Sector, it most certainly will be Shang. Not gifted a ton of tools, but he does have that at his disposal. We'll pick up again from FAYSAL. Meterless damage as well, trying to get that Sector mix, Rips. I'm sorry, trying to get that Tremor mix. Words are hard, chat. We know how it goes. Beautiful pickup. That might be enough to do it. RINZLER does have breakaway at his disposal. I have a feeling he will need it. A very clean round coming from Big Rinz. That will be a tie ball game.
This is a very intense set in my opinion. So close.
Do we call KITANAKAHN for double duty here today? FAYSAL not going for the punish. Did not know if he was going to extend it. Very good defense. Beautiful pickup, and look at this, man. Look how quickly he morphs. FAYSAL, one of the best Shangs in the business, man. That is no question. And another pickup coming from the fireballs. What is even happening right now?
I don't understand it as well, babe, but RINZLER right now on life support needs to find that magic hit confirm. And there might be it.
RINZLER, do you spend it? I say you spend it. Let it loose, and he does.
Oh no, he dropped down.
He drops. No!
Flawless block, but never mind. FAYSAL.
And FAYSAL able to absolutely take it. I thought he was going to switch off the Shang, but you know, I do love to see it, man. This is a character you don't get to see too often. So when you do, a player at FAYSAL's level always makes it worth it. That is now going to be RINZLER being eliminated though, Ribs.
And that means KANIMANI still sitting on the bench eating popcorn, babe.
Yeah, I don't even know if he has his game on, man. We don't even know. We'll find out. However, Rips, you do have another test in front of you in KITANAKAHN, and this FIREAXE with Madame Bo is playing no games about it. However, there is going to be one way to see who is going to be moving on to that to the finals. Can KITANAKAHN bring this back not only against FAYSAL, but against KANIMANI?
That is right. Very important set here. We are already in semi-finals. Single elimination top 8, guys. You know it. Who is going to be in grand finals? Team Kani and FAYSAL or KITANAKAHN and RINZLER? To be honest, babe, this could be the grand finals as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. If you put these two on the opposite side of the bracket, this could be what we would have seen in the grand finals. However, it is not going to shake out that way. And look at KITANAKAHN starting to put it on FAYSAL. The bomb squad is on the loose. All right, beautiful stuff. And KITANAKAHN, this is going to be their wheelhouse, Rips. This is going to be where they do their best work. However, FAYSAL, he knows how to play against his character, most certainly has labbed and avoids the bomb as well. Okay. However, still going. FAYSAL, he does have that meterless damage at his disposal. Called up the fake tremor though, this KK. Beautiful duck coming from KITANAKAHN. And right now, this is not where you want to be if your name is FAYSAL Combat. This is going to be a problem. There is no other character to save you. You got to do it with Shang. Beautiful grab.
KITANAKAHN is on a mission.
Future looks deep.
KITANAKAHN going crazy. To your point, Rips looking pretty damn good. We'll need one more to send KANIMANI into this match.
And man, babe, more than 400 people are here with us. You're telling me MK is still alive?
Oh man, I'm telling you right now, it is doing some of the best work it has ever done. MK1 is still going to be thriving in this. I don't care who you are. I'm telling you, Rips, this game still has so much untapped potential. These tier lists that you see all over Twitter, they're going to be shaken up in about a month when they figure out so-and-so is good, or we'll see.
Beautiful spacing from KITANAKAHN right now. I'm very, very impressed. And we see FAYSAL shaking a little bit.
Attack potency, I'm going to be honest with you. Shang loses just about every matchup. However, the bottles are getting thrown, and this is FAYSAL. He's in big trouble here, Ribs. And Rips, this could be the beginning of the end. Do we see KANIMANI today? And it looks like it. One more, but wait a minute.
Oh,
never say
no,
never.
Babe. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's see.
Babe.
Oh, and some more armor.
Did you see how he outspaced the cameo?
That should be it.
That shit was okay, that was maybe one of the best sequences I've seen in the last months. The way he outspaced the incoming cameo to avoid chip out. This is exactly the reason why you see FAYSAL over there at Final Combat.
Final round. Fight.
Ribs, they may have been just
that was one of the craziest. Yeah. Not gonna lie, guys. I don't know if you guys realized how insane that was.
That's a clip for the Twitter if I've ever seen one right there. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Down one. And FAYSAL now getting a little bit of momentum. They were facing death right now. KANIMANI was about to go on AFK. Let's see it though. Let's see if KITANAKAHN can bring this back. Will most certainly have a decent start to this round.
But babe, to realize that on the fly, you know, during the match, super impressive stuff on FAYSAL.
The big brain of FAYSAL, man, is on display. And now he's going to need every single bit of it if he plans on taking this. Oh. Yeah, FAYSAL, one of the smartest players you will see in the scene. And look at this. Wake up, Buns. You don't see it too often, but when you do, it is usually FAYSAL making a very good read. Ribs, just like that FAYSAL in the lead. Are we taking some momentum away from KITANAKAHN?
I mean, Vape, a comeback like this gives you so much momentum.
Tremor there at the crystalline. Down one. And a nice grab. That's it.
And that
Holy moly.
FAYSAL taking another match. And of course, all that makes it easier for KANIMANI, who potentially has to step up. But Vape, we gotta talk to this community. The backbone of the arena, MKJAVIER, with 5 gifted subs to the community. Guys, and once again, even though I sound like a broken record, I want to thank you guys so much for helping us out here on the back end every single day as well. You guys do so much for us every single freaking day. I hope you guys know how much we appreciate it.
Without a doubt, man. We love this community, guys. Thank you again for every single thing you do, supporting the community, man, supporting the arena. Without you guys, who knows where we'd be, Ribs.
I would be homeless, Vape. That's exactly where I would be.
Yeah, I'd be under a bridge right now.
So guys, thank you so much for, providing prize pools, helping us out with the running cost of everything, despite the entire situation currently. Thank you so much.
Rib, something we're talking about. FAYSAL has had to 1v4 this. He lost his first game to RINZLER and has had to come back ever since. Now does have the lead officially. And by the way, chat and Rib, yeah, no, but these combos you are seeing from FAYSAL, these are not easy. Well, I should say they're not easy for me. I don't know what that means, but at the same time. However, FAYSAL, look at the movement. He's kind of zipping around everywhere, Ribs, with this Shang. And now going for the zoner approach. You do not want to zone for too long. And he knew the cameo was coming, Ribs.
Look at FAYSAL right now, completely running away with it.
Literally and figuratively, absolutely starting to pull away.
Gorilla in the chat saying the level of skill needed to play like this is insane. Gorilla, I agree. I mean, Gorilla, you would be up there, if you didn't have all these responsibilities as a dad now. Gorilla, you would whop them, let's be honest.
However, KITANAKAHN, though, trying to bring this back. Let's see what they can do. FAYSAL is going to be pressing, though, that 4-4 combo. Meterless damage, by the way. You have to eat all of this. But a rare drop from FAYSAL, okay. You see KITANAKAHN still holding that block, knowing that special is coming. Beautiful armored launcher from FAYSAL. And Ribs, KANIMANI saying, do I get to play today?
Maybe, that's the big question. And babe, I don't want to scare you, but after this, SkibityX and MOUAZ versus ROETHOR and Jalapeno.
Oh no, I'm out of here, man. I can't handle it. It's too good of a set, man.
Yeah, maybe we should
it's too much brain rot.
Let ROETHOR commentate his own set, and take a little breather.
I think that might be the move, most certainly. FAYSAL on set point, though. Let's see what we can do. KITANAKAHN. One catch out into Fatal Rips is all it's gonna take. FAYSAL's close, and he gets
now
the
we're
overhead.
so close to chip. There's the flawless block. We dropped it!
Oh, the dog!
FAYSAL, you're a freaking mad lad.
And a juicy brutality to go along with it. FAYSAL in this Shang is making landfall.
And KANIMANI in the chat is saying, holy shit, FAYSAL is a gamer.
Rips, we were promised KANIMANI today, and we've got none. FAYSAL is just showing he is a different demon. And yeah, Chad, that round though, man, it was super impressive though with FAYSAL, man, bringing that comeback. The knowledge you had to say, Rips, you were talking all about it, man. That is one for the Twitter for sure.
It really is. And Vape, more than 420 people here with us watching this top 8 tag team battle go down. And guys, what can I say? We have another banger lined up. MOUAZ and FIREAXE versus ROETHOR and MKJAVIER. Vape, what do we think? So, Sindel on the left, Scorpion on the right. That means once again MKJAVIER is starting the battle, and ROETHOR probably trash-talking him in the chat in the meantime. Slow start, both of them backdashing first, interesting. But here comes Tremor. Oh, and that is a huge mistake on FIREAXE end. Has to pay the price for it immediately. A lot of damage coming your way, my friend. Josh in the chat is saying those FAYSAL and Kani guys are pretty... Yeah, they're somewhat decent, I would say.
Well, I mean,
You know,
depends who you ask.
Above,
Anyway.
somewhat above average, I would say, mate.
Yeah, these are players, you know, they deserve to be here, you know, but, you know, will we see them again? We will see. However, this is going to be all MKJAVIER rolling on Big Skibbity right now. This is going to be a problem. However, though, MKJAVIER is saying, you know what? We want to get to Grand Finals. We want to unlock KANIMANI and FAYSAL, but to do that, you got to beat FIREAXE and MOUAZ, a true demonic team. However, the fireballs all over the place. The lows are going to be looking good. And the jump in, but FIREAXE, he's somehow able to get that punish. Very interesting. And look at this, the 2-4, the lows, the down ones that go alongside
And
it.
that
But this is
little
going to be
duck,
MKJAVIER.
look what he gets for it.
MKJAVIER still able to maintain that lead, Rips. However, it will be FIREAXE and get off me. The overhead is going to be landing at will. However, though, we got to see that Farah is on the loose. MKJAVIER starting to pull away, but he's going in raw. No protection, and this is going to be a giant combo coming from Big FIREAXE.
That is right, Vape. And a little plug here during the match. Guys, if you like Vape's commentary, and everyone who doesn't like it gets a lifetime ban here on our channel, make sure to press that follow button there at the top of the chat. Vape is going to be live later on tonight as well. Great content creator, great friend of mine, and FIREAXE is burning.
Oh, most certainly is. MKJAVIER is going to be rolling a game number 1. And you know what, though? He is looking like he is not going to be slowing down whatsoever. We will see. However, the Rips, though, this is going to be very, very... I wonder if FIREAXE, do we see the switch to Melina? I do know he likes that character, though. I don't know if he likes it against Scorpion, especially MKJAVIER Scorpion.
Or do you think that's actually their strategy? You know, FIREAXE losing on purpose to give MOUAZ the chance to bring this back again and make this even more hype, Vape?
It'd be the worst strategy ever, but you know
It
what?
is,
It's
yeah, but
definitely
you know-
possible.
You never know with these skibbity gamers.
It's true, man. The brain rot does go strong. We will see FIREAXE versus MKJAVIER, game number 2. And MOUAZ, not to worry, we will re-invite you here. Be sure to accept those invites. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle here in Rips Arena. All right, though, let's see it. Chat on to the next game. It is FIREAXE. It is MKJAVIER, two of the best in the world with their characters, if not outright the very best.
With Scorpion, he is the best.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. And FIREAXE definitely on that short list, man. It is going to be very tough to beat this Sindel, however. MKJAVIER figuring out that recipe for the last game.
And once again,
However, though,
everyone
now
here in
it
the
looks like
chat with
FIREAXE.
us, thank you guys so much for the generosity, for the support, and hopefully you guys are at least a little bit entertained here. In my opinion, Vape, a stellar top 8. We haven't had a team tournament for quite some time on the Arena channel, and I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, man, no, without a doubt, man. When you asked me to commentate today, man, it's a front row seat, man. I'm always going to be saying yes to this kind of stuff.
In the meantime, MKJAVIER continuing his reign of terror. And I see some talk here in the chat saying it is impossible to 4-0 MKJAVIER and ROETHOR. Angel Street, I see you.
Hang on a second, though, but this is going to be looking good. FIREAXE does have a very good lead. MKJAVIER will need to get out this corner. That tremor going to be keeping you safe. Beautiful low coming from Javier. Oh, no, this is where it can start to fall apart, man. This is where Javier really starts to get wind in those sails rips. The jump, the forward one's going to catch him. And this is going to be the round. FIREAXE able to answer back in the best way possible.
Round 2.
Babe, do you realize that we never had a final round situation today, right? Even PIRIX back then, it wasn't a final round, right?
No, it was not. We're still looking for it, man. Is it going to be here? Is it going to be grand finals? There is only one way to find out. And by the way, Chad, no, this is a true treat from the arena today. Blockbuster after blockbuster, banger after banger. And now these Warriors got to go at it. All right, 2-1, the down one, but the whiff-opotamus. And this is going to be a big punish coming from Skippy. FIREAXE, though. He does have all the momentum right now, but Javier coming in with the raw spear. The overhead gonna land again. Do you spend it now, Rips? Or do you hope for one more?
I think so. I think that's... Oh, the spacing!
Oh,
Did you see that little proximity as just standing to fatal chef's kiss?
That was a hell of a call out from Javier. And to your point, that proximity OS able to get the spacing and send FIREAXE to the Shadow Realm. We'll need just one more, Ribs.
Final round. Fight.
However, though, Rips, your reward for winning this set is FAYSAL and KANIMANI. I don't know what kind of prize that is, but you know what? You gotta take it. Javier back firmly in the lead. The corner pressure looking exquisite, looking swagnificent, if I do say so myself. The back three not gonna hit.
MKJAVIER on a mission. He wants that spot in Grand Final, and not gonna lie, Vape, I think a lot of people in this community expect Kani and FAYSAL versus ROETHOR and Javier in the Grand Finals. At least that's what the people said before we even went live.
Not a bad prediction whatsoever, man. They're what, 4 Final Combat contenders right there. However, FIREAXE does have something to say about it. He's very comfortable here in the arena. And when it comes to EU events, you will see him all over the place. This is a true competitor. MOUAZ, he's cool too. Right though, FIREAXE, he's trying to pull this back, and he can most certainly do that. Javier, though, gonna be putting the brakes on this train real quick here, Ribs. Comes again. Good low, but the tremor. He gets the mix, Ribs. And he is gonna let that baby loose. Wants to catch up on that life lead. Very good strategy from FIREAXE. Javier with still one breaker at his disposal. You can expect him to use it. If things start to get a little bit hairy, like right now.
That's 10 seconds left.
Yes. That's again to the 2-1, and that's gonna do it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and that is it.
MKJAVIER kicking FIREAXE out, and now MOUAZ once again, the player who needs to bring this back all the way. And even if he does, FAYSAL and KANIMANI are waiting for them next. And I think honestly, Vape, there's only one single team who can keep up with Kani and FAYSAL. And Vape, you already know.
That's me and you, of course.
That's us, of course, chat! Everyone who thinks this team right here can beat Kani and FAYSAL, drop a 1 in the chat right now. Where are the supporters?
There it is right there, man. That's the best team in MK. Look at the Pocket Taco. That is a very underrated technology we have for you guys today.
Yeah, see, Kani and FAYSAL, they're not even typing in the chat anymore. They're literally scared right now.
Put me and you on the screen, Rips, and we'll show them what real high-level gameplay looks like, all right?
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Carnage, listen, enough questions. Let's do it. Let's see if MOUAZ can get anything started here. Here we go. Up into the air we go, and Johnny Tremor, a very safe combination. As far as Johnny goes, I mean, with Tremor, it's a one-size-fits-all cameo, and that's going to be no different than with Johnny Cage. Beautiful stuff. Overhead is going to be good. However, MOUAZ is going to be taking the lead. Javier in a little bit of trouble to start us off. Or 3, beautiful grab. Javier, though, with him, it's death by 1,000 cuts. He will chip you out early and often if you let him. Well, let's see it, though. MOUAZ down 1. He goes high right there, and he picks it up.
Not gonna lie, babe. I like the way MOUAZ is playing tonight.
MOUAZ, man, he's had to bail out his team before. Can he do it again? He's got to go on that 4-0 or at least somewhat of a streak here if he has any intentions. However, Javier is going restand after restand, trying to get that meter off of MOUAZ, and it will work. Oh, I don't know what the game plan was.
That is so good. Just armoring through the boulder is MKJAVIER, the matchup knowledge.
Holy moly. All right, Javier is rolling. And Rips, that's the thing we're talking about when it comes to these super high level players. It's little stuff like that, man, that make a huge difference. That matchup knowledge in the split seconds is what's carrying Javier at this moment. The overhead gonna land again. Javier starting to pull away. This is falling apart for MOUAZ, Rips.
Right now it's looking very, very grim, especially since he's trapped in the corner. Never mind, he's out. Side switch.
Good stuff. 2-1-2. Gonna be laying it on thick. Low. MOUAZ, though, oh, that could have been some nice out spacing right there. Does not go for it, though. Does not go for the counter. Down one into the high riser. Tremor there just for safety. Oh, beautiful command grab. And the overhead swing rips. This is MKJAVIER looking like he is at his best.
Yeah, MKJAVIER right now completely locked in, has everything under control. And now MOUAZ needs to find an answer. But Vape, we have to be honest. Beating MKJAVIER first and ROETHOR right after. It's gonna be very rough.
It's gonna be one of the toughest challenges in this game. MOUAZ, he has to he does have to be perfect. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible, but you gotta wonder about the likelihood of it. Here we go though, MOUAZ, he's gotta get started. Remember, a very momentum-based player. If he can win one game, he might have something here. And MOUAZ, try typing that again in English, please. All right, let's go on to the next game.
KROMER, the tea house.
Your mention was unduly extravagant.
It came with a mega stardom package deal.
All right, Rips, do we see grand finals unfold right before us? We know what's coming next, if so.
Vape, I'm hyped for this. But of course, let's see how this set is gonna go first.
That one into the air comes from none other than Big MOUAZ. MOUAZ got JAVIER right where he wants him, but JAVIER has shown the ability to get out of this corner. However, MOUAZ, this is one-way traffic right here. Let's see it jumpins all over the place. Going aerial on this bad boy, and look at MOUAZ steamrolling this round right in front of us. And what a dominant round.
The one. Thirst trap incoming.
Round 2. Fight.
The range on this, but nice way to deal with it here from MOUAZ. Look at this corner pressure. Hype is active, but MKJAVIER finding his way out. Double shadow kicks.
All right, let's see it though. The low, and there's gonna be MOUAZ calling that out. Let's see what we got. This is a very, very tough round. However, MOUAZ is gonna be trying to finish it. MOUAZ, if you can take one round, man, this is all you need. Just one round at a time. Forward threes as well. Down ones. The sweep. Rips, this could be only a matter of time unless JAVIER can get something started.
Oh, wait a minute, Vape. We have seen so many comebacks from MKJAVIER today. One mix into Farah is all he needs, but Tremor caught him lacking.
Absolutely did. That is going to be game number 2 or 3, I should say, going to MOUAZ. And now, one away from eliminating MKJAVIER, man. If you can just get ROETHOR out, man, we'll see what happens.
But ROETHOR keeps trash-talking his own teammate.
All right, we will see. Yeah, no, ROETHOR is the most unsupportive teammate in the world, but still one of the most OP teammates in the world. So I think it kind of does counterbalance itself, Rips.
But guys, everyone in the chat here from 0 to 10, how much are you enjoying the action? I mean, it's been such a long time since we had some 2v2 here on the arena menu. Hope you have a blast with us.
Yeah, every time I run a 2v2 Rips, I'm always thinking like, okay, I'm not doing this again for a while. But you know what? Yeah.
It just takes so long preparation-wise. Like, coordination is complicated. You need so many players. It is not as easy.
And the thing, Rips, you know, people are asking for a 2v2 season, man. That's all you right there. I'm not doing it.
Boy, oh boy.
We will see. However, this is going to be MOUAZ. He and JAVIER, though. If JAVIER wins right here, he is going to grand finals. If MOUAZ wins right here, we got to see some ROETHOR action. All right, good use of the armor. However, that should be a punish. However, no, it's not because Tremor is on the loose. Let's see it though. We are shucking, we are jiving, we are bobbing, we are weaving. Stand twos though, trying to get some proximity OS perhaps. And this is going to be all MKJAVIER. He is going crazy. The life lead is negligible though. Now it will be JAVIER in the lead. And MOUAZ able to track him down. And let's see it though from both players. Let's see who's bringing the goods. Jump in, but a beautiful counter coming from JAVIER. Beautiful anti-air, but again, that could have been devastating for JAVIER right there. 4-3-4. And MOUAZ trying to chip away. However, Javier not letting up on that defense. Gets the mix. No, that's going to be the round.
That's hard to blockable. It's so,
wait,
so juicy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, no, MOUAZ, wait, no.
No,
MOUAZ,
no.
MOUAZ.
Yeah, okay, the timer.
Rips, that's one of those where if there's a little bit more time, you're kind of scratching your head.
Fight.
However, MOUAZ saying, you know what? I want to save that one. I know there's going to be a next round. I want to make sure I have my Fatal Blow available. Do we get to see a little bit of ROETHOR? And you know ROETHOR is screaming in chat saying, Javier, come on. And look at these staggers right now. MKJAVIER is starting to kind of get eaten alive by these. Back three. A 2-1 into the spear. This is Javier's beginner. And let's see what he ends it with. Does he go for a restand? Not this time. Overhead spin again.
Meaty spin. Interesting.
Oh, Javier don't care, man. He's going to go for it. He's a true Scorpion main through and through. And these spears are catching MOUAZ. All right, Chad.
Final round.
It all comes down to this. Does MKJAVIER send his team to grand finals, or does MOUAZ pull one out of the hat? We'll see MOUAZ trying to track him down. Javier trying to back up, does not want too much to do with this up-close pressure, but Javier will be taking the lead. I'd say MOUAZ getting a little bit overzealous, a little bit over-aggressive here, Ribs. And again, another combo coming from Javier. MOUAZ not ready for that tremor ground pound. And this is starting to fall apart for MOUAZ right in front of our eyes, chat. Those stand twos just in neutral, man. If you get caught by that, you are in big trouble.
Good punish. Nice situational awareness. Once again, armoring through is MOUAZ.
And Javier saying, I'm not taking a risk here, Rips. I got the life lead. What do I need to risk here? Good grab from Javier. Loading up that tremor to go along with it. MOUAZ can connect just once, Rips. He can cash out into that fatal blow. And he connects,
but no commitment.
Reminds me of every single relationship ever, Rips. No commitment on that one.
I see you on this one,
this is 17 seconds left. Somebody's got to make a move, and it looks like it's going to be Javier. There's 12 seconds left. There's nothing he can do. That's it. He's not going to open up. He's not going to let go of block.
Wait. We're getting T-Max.
Holy moly. Do you see ROETHOR in chat, man, saying I'd be so mad? He didn't even have to play. What a set, though. Javier going to get this one done.
GG's to both players. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to properly announce our next set now, because it is time for the Big Bang, chat. It is time for the big finale, aka the money match. Vape, we have two Titan teams clashing against each other now. It's gonna be Team KANIMANI and FAYSAL versus ROETHOR and MKJAVIER.
Chat, I don't do this too often, man, but I need to see every one of you guys get hype in this chat. I cannot hear this community. Let's get loud. Grand Finals is upon us. Over here we go. We know exactly what it is we're staring at. We know the matchup now. Do we get to see more Shang, or is FAYSAL coming out with something a little bit more top tier? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And of course, for the big finale, it's time for the red scoreboard, baby.
I'd expect nothing less out here. Arena time is now. Finale time is now, chat. It has all boiled down to one last set.
You will terminate no one.
Too late. I already.
But Vape, I agree with you. In my opinion, the chat is a little bit too quiet right now, you know? For a matchup like this, I don't see enough hype in the chat. I can't feel them, babe.
Hey, chat, let me see that pulse, man. Let me know you guys are here. Let me know you're alive, man. Here we go. MKJAVIER coming back out against FAYSAL's T1000. By the way, I'm a little bit surprised to see this matchup. We did see in the offline in Brussels. I'd see everybody here. Hey, man, much love to everybody hanging out. Dude, this is going crazy. It's going to be FAYSAL in the lead, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. Has Javier in the corner. We're trying to wake up with some armor. Does not want to even deal with that T1000 pressure.
FAYSAL saying, let me
FAYSAL
mix you real quick.
Oh yeah, FAYSAL trying to put it on again and again. Look at him go. This is a dominant round from FAYSAL. Needs one more to go with it. Overhead, but enough block. He called it out. Rips, we don't see that hammer at all very often, but Javier somehow knew. Is he gonna bring it back? Ain't no way.
That is ridiculous.
Rips, that was all because of that up block on the hammer toss. I see my go. You too easy in the building. What's going on, my man?
Yo, Too Easy, even Too Easy is here right now, chat. The entire family is chilling with us. Thank you guys so much.
Fight.
Great to see each and every one of you guys. Thank you again for hanging out with us in Grand Finals. Me and Rips, we've been having a blast. I think most of the players, I can speak for that as well. However, though, FAYSAL says, all right, you need me to correct that last round, Rips? Let me correct that real quick. Going for the mix, Javier, a little bit slow on the draw there. And remember, you gotta beat your opponent 3 straight times. This is basically a 1st to 3 set, man. However, Rips, I think me in the chat, we all want to know, do we get to see KANIMANI today? We have not got to see him once. It is up to Javier to bring him out, though.
Time so far. You're right, Faye.
However, only time will tell. We will see what time it's telling at the moment. Beautiful use of the armor from Javier. Does know those gaps. Nice, down 1. And look at this, though, the down 2. And FAYSAL with a big pickup. FAYSAL in the lead. We're going to be armoring right through that bad boy. Do not want to eat a single pinch of that. FAYSAL. And there's the mine, though. He can't do anything about it. Nice. Down one's all over the place, and Rips, this is Javier's last stand. He's got to go. Keep in mind, FAYSAL does have breakaway should he need it, but he is going to take it. That is going to be the game.
That is going to be FAYSAL taking the lead in this grand final, the big money match.
1000 wins.
All right, yeah, remember, chat, this is a $100 money match between both players. MKJAVIER and FAYSAL going to war. Right now, FAYSAL coming out on the better end of things, at least for now. However, Rips, I have a feeling MKJAVIER has a few more tricks up his sleeve.
We're gonna find out, and I see our beautiful Kieselchen here in the chat. Kieselchen, thank you so much for the prime. And yeah, we miss you. Kieselchen, literally an OG Arena member here on this channel since day 1.
Yeah, 34 months, man. That's quite a while, man. That is, I can't even count to 34. Either way, we got to go on to game number 2. Javier will be trailing. Let's see if he can bring it back.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what the tea leaves are going to be reading, Rips. Javier trying to stay away from FAYSAL. He does not want to get caught up with those 4 threes. Let's be Snails. What's going on, brother?
Oh, let's mix.
However, beautiful stuff. MKJAVIER having himself a hell of a round. However, FAYSAL puts him right back in the blender. Nice. Javier trying to punish, does not get rewarded for his efforts. And Javier starting to roll. This is going to be a somewhat dominant round.
We have a match.
Almost certainly do.
Round 2. Fight.
Jump in punish, though. T1000 with one of the best jump ins in the entire game. Going aerial. FAYSAL Airlines on the board. Beautiful. The low gonna catch FAYSAL. Here comes Javier. The overhead, the delayed overhead. Javier, man, no stranger to that. FAYSAL.
Both of them just staring at each other, man.
I saw that. It's an insane amount of respect. These two, they fought each other online, offline, every event ever, man. They are no stranger to each other. FAYSAL trying to roll. However, this is going to be Javier taking the lead. And let's see what we got here, Rips. Can FAYSAL guess right? He does. Should not be the round, but Javier doesn't want to wait around to find out, Rips. We're not going to sit there and eat that damage. Beautiful. That might be enough, though. Hang on.
Oh, no. This is it. 900 HP, babe. This has to be it.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt, the T1000 is going down.
And what can I say? We have a match. And once again, the reminder, here in Grand Finals, every single player has 3 lives.
Yeah, essentially a 1-1 score here, Chad. Think of it basically like a regular set. Whoever gets the 3 first knocks their opponent out, and they've got to come back in with their teammate. We have not seen KANIMANI today. We have not seen too much of ROETHOR today. We are going to see which one of these Titans is going to fall here.
Judah saying,
MK
W
Javier,
commissary from Vape. Judah, you son of a bitch, what about me? I'm just kidding. Shout out to my boy Vape. I see Nurk in the chat. Man, Nurk, it's been way too long. Hope everything is all right over there. Guys, thank you so much for being here, spending time with us. And now it's grand finale time, baby.
All right, the FAYSAL 1000 will need a couple upgrades if he plans on keeping up with Javier. Currently a tied ball game. Let's get to it. Let's send it your way.
Fight.
Vape Coach, you know what? You can have this shit for free.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Denix, thank you so much for 42 months of having our back. I appreciate you guys. But now MKJAVIER in the lead, Vape, for the first time in this set.
We will see what the tea leaves are going to be reading right now. MKJAVIER currently in that lead, to your point. FAYSAL trying to track him down, but I love the way MKJAVIER is approaching this. He is just saying, you know what? Let me stay out of all those DMs. Let me just back up and force you to make mistakes. T1000 having a bit of a hard time closing that distance. FAYSAL though, nice grab. And the Movado, no, he doesn't get it on time. Going aerial and FAYSAL with a beautiful conversion, a beautiful combo at that. And what a quick start of Rips, especially online. How do you even react to that, man? Insane.
I have no idea, Vape. Like, honestly, I don't know how these players always do it. Judah, much love to you. I was just joking around. I hope you got that. Before I get cancelled on social media again.
Round 2.
Either way, that is going to be the round. FAYSAL definitely answering right back. However, MKJAVIER, though, these 2 days neutral on display. You see him go for that uplock, does FAYSAL. However, not going to be getting too much out of it, though. Will be getting this corner pressure and an excellent combo to go with it.
Not too shabby. 35% to the kisser, sponsored by FAYSAL, but once again, MKJAVIER returning the favor. Here comes Farah.
This is right where Javier's got you. These restands over and over. Let's see what he can do with it, though. FAYSAL on wake up. This is a scary proposition. You see Javier backing up, does not want to deal with any of those shenanigans. Back 3 into the overhead, but we do have some armor for your Rips. 4-3, 4-3. Javier getting the punish. FAYSAL kind of just seeing what he can get away with here, but Javier clearly showing him there is not a lot you can do here if you are not on your A game. And what do you do from here, man? What is going to be the move?
Guess
He
wrong,
catches him with the
and
low.
that pickup
Beautiful
is so cheeky.
That is such a tough conversion as well. FAYSAL nailing him. This is not going to be enough to kill. Will be enough to take the lead. Hang on a sec. No. Yeah, just making sure. Overhead is going to be the ending move, and that is going to be the round. FAYSAL on a 2-1 lead.
FAYSAL taking the lead here.
Wins.
All right, Chad, it's up to Javier to see if he can knot this up. Can he send us to a game 5 here in grand finals? However, Ripso, this is one is going to be ending a lot later than sooner, because either way, we got KANIMANI or ROETHOR coming out should one of these two fall. And you see ROETHOR in the chat saying, FAYSAL is my teammate, right? Yeah, sure, yes.
And yes, sir, this is the grand finale, the last matchup of the night.
T1000. Farah. Movado.
Sir Saya saying, how the hell did these two get on the same team? Okay, Chad, I don't want to lie to you at all. They gave me $5 on PayPal.
Yeah, I was there.
Round 1.
I was a witness to all of it. Ever back 3's coming for Javier. Javier, though, not going to be giving up on this set. Knows he stands against a very good player and a very good character at that. However, does not want to give up quite yet. However, though, do we see ROETHOR come through to bail out MKJAVIER, or can MKJAVIER do this himself? We did see him do it last time. Beautiful delayed low Ribs.
I still think it's crazy, babe, that we haven't seen KANIMANI tonight at all.
I'm not convinced he's here.
Let me check the lobby.
Oh, he will see.
He is here.
Fight.
That could be the KANIMANI Heidi account.
I
There's
was
like
about to
12 of
say,
those.
maybe he just, you know, called a friend and said, can you please go live on my PlayStation account real quick?
Most definitely. Either way, Javier is going to be rolling. He does have the lead here, and we'll have that 1 round lead to go at it. All right, though, but FAYSAL, you can't expect him to sit down for too long. No MOUAZ to assist right there. I thought he was expecting it. All right, stand 2. And a big overhead to go alongside it, though. We're going to be breaking away. FAYSAL does not want to eat any more damage. Rips, I think we might get to see our first game 5.
Maybe. And Too Easy is saying, let's get some hype into the arena today. Too Easy, thank you so much for 5 gifted subs to the community. Here comes MKJAVIER spinning his way to victory. Vape, this is exciting.
Scorpion.
It all comes down to this, chat. I need every single one of you to put your favorite emo in the building right now. Only one of these two is going to be advancing. Who is it going to be? Make some noise.
Chat, we need you real quick. I want to see emotes, I want to see hype, I want to see y'all go crazy real quick.
We absolutely do, man. There is only one way to send this home, man. Setting the arena on fire is the way to do things around here. And let's do this, chat.
Treasure chest.
Your clan's resistance to determination.
You will be met with unrelenting foe.
Round 1.
All right, FAYSAL not going to the Sheng. We did see him use that against Javier pretty early and often at the offline. However, he's saying all T1K today. That is going to be the only way we are going to get things done, at least for now.
But no MKJAVIER. Now he is rocking and rolling, babe.
Javier having to battle a lot of adversity right now. Down ones all over the place. The 4-3-4 into the overhead. And right now, Javier is starting to pull away here. Jump-in's coming through again. The 2-1. Down ones. And FAYSAL is guessing wrong. Rips, and FAYSAL is going down.
MKJAVIER is playing out of his mind today. So impressed. And even ROETHOR in the chat, who is shit-talking throughout the entire night, said, man, MKJAVIER leveled up even further.
I thought he wanted FAYSAL as his teammate. Hang on a second. And let's see it, though. FAYSAL, he's got one more chance. He's got to knot this thing up. FAYSAL with a heavy lead, though. Can he maintain it? Now, once, and look at the quickness on that command grab. Good. Back 3 again, the low. And this is going to be FAYSAL Rips. We got ourselves the last round.
Man, we're going the full distance together. Chat, go crazy.
Fight.
Let's see it, though. Do we get to see ROETHOR come out? Do we get to see KANIMANI make landfall? There's only one way to see, by finishing this one round. And Rips, let me just say, I expected nothing less out of this set right now. These two warriors, man, we know how good both of them are.
Down to amplify.
FAYSAL, it looks like he's gonna do it. He's close. Is he gonna get it done? And let's see it, though. FAYSAL, he's on chip territory. One more will be enough to do this. And that's gonna be it.
And FAYSAL able to clutch it out. That means the first player has fallen here in Grand Finals.
T1000 wins.
Absolutely, man. But FAYSAL will have one more life, and he's got to now run the gauntlet on ROETHOR, who is no slouch. The last season's arena finalist, man. Top 2. And his teammate, by the way, I'm sorry, but the teammate of him is going to be KANIMANI, who was top 1. This is basically as good as you can get, man. Must-see TV.
And that means all eyes on ROETHOR, who has to defeat KANIMANI and FAYSAL combined.
It's going to be a tall task, man. But you know what? If there's anybody who can do it, it's going to be FAYSAL. Now locked into that T1000. Let's see what he's going to do. ROETHOR knows the task ahead of him. Just needs to win one to unlock KANIMANI. But what kind of reward even is that, Ribs?
Is it even a reward, Vape? I don't know.
No.
Why destroy humanity? To keep it from destroying us.
All right, here we go. And Ribs, excuse me for just one quick second.
Don't even worry about it, Vape. ROETHOR joining this lobby with all 3 lives. FAYSAL down to 1. Okay, good start. Right now, a lot of momentum here in ROETHOR's favor. The chat is not making it easy for ROETHOR right now. I see so much pressure on our boy. Beautiful little OS here in the end.
Pressure is what we live for right now. ROETHOR absolutely rolling. FAYSAL will get another chance at this, though. That is going to be the round. ROETHOR not dropping these, man. He needs just one more.
Round 2.
I see my boy Arn Kratos coming in extra hard with the raid. Arnsky, thank you so much. Hope you had a great stream, brother. We're watching our grand finals right now. 2v2 tag team action. ROETHOR and MKJAVIER versus KANIMANI and FAYSAL.
An absolute banger. And Arn Vapos, we love you, brother. Enjoy some good action. Hopefully you had a good stream. We are going aerial. FAYSAL pulling away here, Ribs.
You're done.
Oh, Ghost Poke special. And this is going to be ROETHOR getting FAYSAL in the corner. This is not where he wants to be. Beautiful.
Good launch, and this is going to be the round.
It's going to be close, most certainly. And yeah, that's going to do it. The Movado picking it up and working some overtime, Ribs.
Arn Kratos, you know there's only one team who can beat KANIMANI and FAYSAL, and that's this team right here. Back to the match.
Without a doubt, however, ROETHOR going to be doing some work here. Has a fantastic lead on FAYSAL. And we will see the loads again. Loads coming all over the place. Big overhead. However, FAYSAL's defense starting to kind of hold up. Well, stuff. FAYSAL can most certainly get it done. He's the player to do it. He has the character to do it, Rips.
Try to go for the poke special, but another command grab coming your way, ROETHOR.
Something's looking good. And FAYSAL going to be retaking the lead in the command grab. He guessed right. It is so tough to do that, Chad. You have to make the read of a lifetime. And ROETHOR going to be pulling away. And let's see what we got.
Wait, he dropped the pick up!
There it is. And wait, no.
Oh, ROETHOR is shaking. ROETHOR is shaking.
There's no way. That's it.
A crucial mistake on ROETHOR's end.
Oh my goodness, just like that, FAYSAL. This should be enough to kill. Yeah, he's dead. 100% dead, Rips.
Wait, Vape. Wait, Vape.
Wait, oh, no.
He flawless blocked
And he's trying
it.
to go with gunshots. What a set.
No way. And ROETHOR is popping off, even though the set is not even over.
Oh, it's a little celebratory thing. That's for my teammate, MKJAVIER. We saw how supportive ROETHOR was of MKJAVIER. Now he's showing some love right back.
Chat, I want to see the entire live audience going crazy right now. ROETHOR popping off, and now it's time for the final boss, baby. KANIMANI gonna enter the big stage for the first time tonight.
Oh, absolutely, man. And you know what? You see FAYSAL saying, you know what? Nice fatal blow. Guess what's coming your way now? This is a true boss character in its final form right now. KANIMANI is here. All right, and by the way, keep in mind, chat, 3 lives apiece. This is a pretty even set. This is going to be a rematch, of course, of the Rips Arena finale coming from the last season. And let's see what KANIMANI decides to come out with. Let's go.
And Kani is bringing the Johnny Vape.
Living forest.
Let's see what his intentions are here. Let's see what he's got.
Was a hot mess.
I see, Mr. Takeda. 10 points from House Takahashi.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's see what Kani can do against ROETHOR, man. We have seen, the last time I saw Kani play ROETHOR, he was on the ghost face. Now switching up, Rips, as you were saying, though, very versatile player, maybe the most versatile player you have here in the arena.
Definitely. I would even say the most versatile pro in the entire world.
Man, that's saying a lot, man, but you know what? Who am I to disagree with you? Going aerial is going to be KANIMANI.
And Kani's saying, wait, you just teabagged my teammate?
Yeah, no, there is definitely blood to be paid for that. However, KANIMANI has not played here today yet. He might be a little bit cold to start things out, but you know what, Rips?
What are you talking about, Vape? Are we watching the same match right now?
I was trying to give some kind of credence
to
what the fuck
you mean cold?
You know what, man? He was looking a little bit of lukewarm there. However, now he is kind of steamrolling. You got to give the benefit to ROETHOR. Over the low again. Down ones all over the place, but there is going to be a nice grab coming from none other than KANIMANI. I see some people in chat saying Connie can't be grabbed. Yeah, you better be on your P's and Q's if you decide to grab Connie. However, Connie coming out super casually saying this is a first of 3 set. Let me see if I can do my little dance here, do my business. Look at these two trading, and look at this, you Too Easy.
Look at Too Easy during
again.
our last match of the night, trying to start that hype train. Too Easy, thank you so much for that.
Too Easy, a gem of the community to be sure. However, right now we gotta see what KANIMANI, if they're gonna be able to finish this off, and whatever was said about playing cold or lukewarm has got to be a memory of the past. This player is on fire, is Connie. Nice,
Good
beautiful low.
finish.
ROETHOR. And he's gonna spend it. I certainly agree with this. Definitely before he gets the meter available. And you know what? You just gotta catch up on that life lead, Rips.
And now life lead in ROETHOR's favor, but what is he gonna do with it?
I'll tell you what he's gonna do.
Wait, what? There was still a punish?
He's going down is what's gonna happen, Rips. You were asking what's gonna go down, and a big nut punch with the doll going up inside your grill. And what a match coming from KANIMANI to start things off. Officially, a 1-0 streak. Will need 2 more, giving ROETHOR some time to switch. But you know what? I think ROETHOR is going to stay on the Takeda.
I think so too, babe, yeah. I don't expect a character switch at all.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it. On to the next game, chat. And once again, I could not hear you guys. Make some noise for some of the best players in the world on stream right now, fighting for that $100. And let's get it. Let's roll and let's go. ROETHOR. Gonna see if he can make some adaptations. Maybe a cameo switch, though.
But it looks like we're getting
going to be on the screen.
Same matchup, right?
Yeah, I do believe so. And you will see ROETHOR use that Jax a lot. Takeda loves that. However, Sector will provide that safety that he is looking for. And KANIMANI, a little bit of home field advantage again. This is going to be trouble. ROETHOR has got to get on those P's and Q's. He's got to make something happen. Okay. Good stuff to start us out. Connie still with the lead.
Oh, wake up buttons. But no full commitment from ROETHOR, unfortunately. Leaving a little bit of damage on the table, babe.
Almost certainly, man. And in the corner is not where you want to be against KANIMANI, especially when he can put up numbers like this, Rips. This is going to be a problem.
And babe, we just cracked the 500 viewer mark. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us tonight.
W community, man. W players. W everybody. W event host, man. Always a pleasure to be here in the arena. Some of the best action you will see all day. However, here comes ROETHOR. All right. He will need 1 more to go along with this, but KANIMANI gonna build that meter. This is gonna be still a tall task to come back from. KANIMANI going for that chip out. Good flawless block from ROETHOR, and that's gonna do it.
I am the one.
Man, how are you supposed to stop this kid, babe?
Fight.
Ban him? I mean,
That's what the YouTube community suggested as well.
no. If you want a player to lose, man, you gotta have them beat. You gotta have them be beaten. That's it. That's the only way to do it, man. You want to see it done the right way.
Okay, babe. I'm going on
that.
AFK after this round.
All right, hey, man. Hey, give Rips 400 lives. Chat, we'll be here for another 10 hours. Let's see it done.
Bro, just look at this. ROETHOR trapped in the corner, not even able to breathe right now.
9 out of 10 doctors are not going to recommend that kind of damage taken to your solar plex by a big rock, man. And this is going to be a good... Oh, thought he had it, but that is going to be a breakaway instead. Stand 4. And KANIMANI. Good flawless block. This man will flawless block everything left, right, and center field. Jump in. Let's see what he can do. ROETHOR, can he get this round? And KANIMANI refusing to give up anything but...
buttons.
Is that gonna be a mistake away though? Tries to go for the up block, the overhead. Tremor as well. You gotta be super careful, but the overhead gonna nail him.
Remember the name Takahashi.
Final round. Fight.
All right, ROETHOR finally starting to get some momentum and will be taking the lead here. Connie with no breakaway in sight. Hey, Ladbrock's always a pleasure, man. Always a W to come help out Rips and hang out with this community, man. Love being here, and it's always.
We love to have you here in the arena. Much appreciation. ROETHOR still pressing. KANIMANI getting shimmied. Something you don't see every single day.
Going aerial. High riser. 4-3. And KANIMANI, man, it has just got to be so nerve-wracking playing against it. These staggers on staggers. However, ROETHOR with a very decent lead here. Johnny Cage's match is where we at. We got rubber duckies. We got flamingos in the background. And this match is getting pretty destroyed. I got to say it. Nice grab.
Look at ROETHOR's life lead, though.
But it's starting to evaporate. Hang on a second. And the corner pressure as well. Another grab here.
Many throws. 3 back-to-back throws, basically.
Going high riser for us. 4-3 again. The 2-1.
The micro. No,
Kani,
stop it. Kani, stop it.
Holy moly. I don't even want to make a guess, but this is not good for ROETHOR. And that's going to do it.
Well, that's it.
48.
He goes into the fatal.
No, Rips. No, get him out of here. We're done. He's putting him into the car.
Kani, you know that the grand finale is first to 3, right?
Is Kani even in the stream? Does he know it's a
I have no idea.
He's in an event right now? Does he think this is just a casual King of the Hill? I don't know. Is he saying court adjourned? Is he saying at ease? I don't even know. However, we got one more. At a bare minimum here, chat. All right, let's do this, chat. This is good one. This is going to be guaranteed one last match, but you know what? Let's see if ROETHOR can send it into some extra innings. There's only one way to find out here, Ribs.
Round 1.
The chat is saying, what is this? I just wanted to show, you know, some appreciation to my boy Too Easy. That's the only reason I showed that replay. All calculated.
Yeah, chat, we know what we're doing. We're professionals sometimes. All right, let's do this, man. Let's get this going, and let's see, is this going to be? KANIMANI pulling away does currently... No, it's about all tied up.
Here we go.
Only one way to find out. KANIMANI has got to get it done here. Does not want to give ROETHOR any momentum. ROETHOR with the lead currently, but KANIMANI, as we've seen, Rips has been able to turn that on a drop of a dime. Rips, what are you supposed to do, man? There's got to be some kind of...
Another throw. Look at Kani. He throws him over and over again. And that is a trade in ROETHOR's favor, though.
I will prove myself.
All right, ROETHOR going to take that round, looking pretty good.
Fight.
Nice. Going aerial on this one, are we? KANIMANI needs one last game here. But if you're ROETHOR, man, if you can just take it one game at a time, this tournament is up for grabs. However, we will see. We will most certainly see. Good. And these two right now, look at the, I mean, it is just such high level, man. They are trying to open each other up. This is what high level Mortal Kombat looks like. However, ROETHOR again looking to put this one away. Needs to get one on the board. He does not have the lead, but that could change. Nice. Down one.
Did I just see a triple down one?
No, that's the RINZLER technology, but look at the dodge. Nice low.
Here we go.
However, KANIMANI trying to put this one away by any means necessary. Let's see what we can do here, Ribs. And a bit of a grab there going along with it. All right, ROETHOR does
That is good. That is good proximity OS. Breaker on Kani's end.
Ain't no way. And still going. Look at all these flawless blocks for it, avoiding any unnecessary damage. Is KANIMANI? That could have been it.
But ROETHOR unfortunately not finding the hit confirm.
This guy is trending.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Rips, it all comes down to this. Oh, we most certainly are, man. We most certainly are. However, there is only going to be one way to find out who is going to be able to take this tournament. Who is going to be the 2v2 champion sponsored by Smile Chimp? Okay. All right. And this is do or die now for ROETHOR. He has got to go. He cannot let this slip. ROETHOR currently does not have the lead, but it will be KANIMANI. Is it gonna be enough
and now
for
it's going to be so rough.
And that's gonna do it. That's gonna be
T-Bags.
Kani.
KANIMANI is returning the favor. FAYSAL, who got T-bagged earlier by ROETHOR. And now it's the other way around. KANIMANI and FAYSAL, our tag team champions tonight.
Oh man, what a set, man. But you know what? At least we got to see all 4 players, man. And I certainly think everyone got their money's worth here. Shoutouts again to Smile Chimp. Thank you so much for everything, Rips. What a banger event.
Vape, I completely agree with you. That was some chef's kiss MK1 gameplay from every single player, all the teams tonight. They delivered, but of course, at the end of the day, there can only be one arena champion. And today we have Team KANIMANI and FAYSAL taking it all, bringing this tournament home. And yes, all I can say at this point is I hope you guys out there enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for being here. So we're going to be back tomorrow. Everyone, have a wonderful stay over there on Vape's channel. And I'm going to catch you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.